Let the bass kick.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like wham. You know what I'm talking about? Boop. Sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. I just was swinging and thought maybe Mike could go either way. Figured I would take a swing. See what happens. Well, how is she gonna know? You know?
Oh Lord.
How is she gonna know?
Why would she want to know?
What up? Hey, how's it going?
What up?
What's up, everybody?
Hello. What up?
Welcome back to the Last Cash Podcast.
Last cash.
It is Monday, August 24th, 2020, and we're hanging out. Gonna have story time with David Griffin.
Yahoo.
What up, Griff?
Hello. How are you?
Man, I'm stoked to have you in the studio. We actually have a studio now. If you
beautiful.
guys don't know, we've had Dave on a show with us before. It was a different show. It was a different time, and it was very
Yes, it was.
poor audio quality. But now we figured let's revisit this.
Was that the time you were at my house, bud?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This time only
I
looked
thought that
like
was
monkeys
correct.
with wires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now we're here, and yet we still need to upgrade.
That's okay.
It's crazy.
That's what they all say. Gotta upgrade.
You gotta
If
upgrade,
you got the best stuff in the world, just still
You
like,
got
I
the
gotta
hooch.
upgrade.
baby.
Baby. Yeah.
Got the greatest, sweetest thing in the
So we're kind of starting over.
world.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, we don't miss
Mic
a
control.
beat.
Mic control.
So we're gonna be.
We don't miss a beat.
Hoy's
We don't
gonna
miss
be
a
coming
melody.
at you from the left speaker and the right this evening.
You don't even worry about which speaker I'm coming
It's
at
like
you from.
magic.
So
It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
He
live,
is surround
live
sound.
from the Sapphire Lounge.
Anyway,
I'm
So,
listening.
what's up, everybody?
Yeah. How you guys doing?
I'm still listening.
Monday.
Events, weekend events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a couple things
What-
that
I
happened
was
over the
saying it was
weekend.
Monday. Will's gonna say something else.
Monday.
Will's gonna say something else.
What am I gonna say?
I was hoping you'd follow that up with August.
Oh, I already said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
I missed the shit.
Hey
out of that.
guys,
Yes,
I
you
would
did.
like to announce Monday, August 24th. It's Freddie Gibbs' birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Freddie.
Yes.
Fred. Yep.
Happy day.
Slanta
Speaking of which,
to Freddie.
Yeah.
how'd it go this weekend
I'll
at that
drink to
tournament?
Yeah.
Slanta.
I had to mix
To
it.
Fred.
To Fred.
Boom.
I don't think I got you.
Fredward.
Yep. And
Real quick though, we don't have to toast it again, but that's also to Logan and Telly.
yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, what we're talking about, you guys, is today is Monday. So Saturday, 2 days ago, it's been a crazy week. Sorry, had to collect myself for a moment. Saturday we had the Freddie Gibbs Memorial event, and big shout out to Logan Bowers and Ryan Telly Bertel for taking the reins of that event and making it happen and making it special. You guys, I mean, like, you would think that these guys had been running tournaments for years. Like, there was a CTP on every hole. They had everything figured out. I sat there and was like available to help them with everything, and I just watched Logan and Tony go to work on setting up all the CTPs. And Telly went out and made sure the course was all correct and everything was looking good. Put out the temp T signs, and and I just showed up at 6 and set up the tents and the flags and stuff, and hung out, made sure they understood how the U-disc worked, and because with our events, people have gotten used to it at this point, and they pretty much know how it works, and we don't have to coach them too much. But
But there's a
man,
couple that still
the
refuse.
Freddie Gibbs event brings people out of the woodwork,
Absolutely.
like people
I had
that
the
you haven't
message.
seen in
Some
years.
people.
I
The
was
vibes
not
were
there.
right. The vibes were right. What they were looking
were
for
you
in their
there?
event, they hit it
Yeah.
out of the
Why?
park.
Why would you expect anything less?
Yeah, I mean it was an amazing day. It was really good. I do want to say,
Hold on. Sorry.
yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna ask you, since you've been there the longest, and I don't know,
I don't know if I am.
how long was Freddie out there? Like, off the
Oh,
top
he's
of your
been
head.
there as long as I've been there. He was there Yeah.
20 years.
He
20
was there
so 20
before
plus.
me. He was there
Plus.
before me. At the course.
Yeah.
That was
Okay,
Freddie's
so
course. He
it's like one
lived
of those
there
events
and
that-
did his thing there, man.
So that's
He had a new crop of people come in and get him,
Yeah.
and help him out every time. He's a wonderful guy. It's pretty easy to like Freddie. Everyone loved him.
Well, he was super nice, and he also always had, helpful advice and tips and stuff like that for new players. And I mean, it was always everybody always, the first thing they say is your friend looks like Willie Nelson, and
so many times I've heard that.
but I think that kind of worked in his favor too, as just like a conversation piece, like just to get conversation started. Somebody come up and be like, I gotta talk to this guy.
What are you sewing there? What are you making out of that stick there, Freddie?
But like my favorite thing about him was his golf game. Funny enough, his
yeah.
smooth golf game. People miss when like Freddie was back playing.
Yeah.
Long arms.
Oh man, he just
You don't
park
really
it,
know.
park it,
He's a great golfer.
and then
You
you
knew
just see him
anyway.
sitting on the bench. That guy doesn't even disc golf. Yeah, he does.
Slow as
Oh,
smooth.
With the right people.
Smooth
yes,
as
he
far.
does. Oh,
Smooth
yeah, he
and
does.
gooder,
More gooder.
gooder too.
The reason why I ask is just trying to get a grasp on how many people's lives he touched as they rolled through.
Everybody.
And so-
I mean, like
well, that's-
honestly, and it goes
counting
beyond
plus.
even it goes beyond even like
Yeah.
any speculation on how many people he interacted with. It really comes down to the fact that there is an energy and a vibe at Seven Oaks that brings us all in and makes us keep coming back every day. Like that's if we have a chance and we have the time to go, like that's where we want to go. There's a reason for that, and a lot of it has to do with Freddie.
Absolutely.
And so I feel like, for one, he's always going to be there. That course is always going to be what it is because he was there. And it's been 2 years since he passed, and it was it's always bittersweet, because you get to see everybody having fun, and people that hadn't seen each other in years coming together.
Yeah, it was kind of like a family reunion.
It was.
We had
It
so many
always is,
different groups
yeah.
of people and so many different teams. It was awesome to see out there.
I concur
I
100%.
wimped out, I think, on that for physical
haven't-
reasons.
Well,
you have
no,
a
I mean-
very, very deep connection with Freddie. I mean, when we talk about
I
our
gave
connection-
Freddie his first ride on a disc the day we spread his ashes out down there on Seven Oaks.
Yeah.
I took a pile of Freddie and put him on my Frisbee and let that thing ride. So he got to fly on a Frisbee and see what that's like.
Hell
so.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So I do want to say I owe James Cunningham an apology. I kind of lost my temper a little bit. James JC, as we know and love him, he shows up in the morning, plays the event. I saw him in the morning and said hi to him and hugged him and everything. And then in the afternoon, I was starting to break stuff down after the last groups were out, and I was coming back and breaking down the feather flags. And I'm right by the end of the last table, and I had our table skirts, our DD table skirts on them. And I'm looking and seeing like a yellow stain on the end of this table skirt, and I'm like, "What the?" And Angie Hall was sitting right there, and she tells me, "Oh yeah, somebody came through here real drunk. He had a pit bull, and it hiked his leg." That's what she said. She never told me that he pissed on it. She was just like, he hiked his leg on it. And so I was like looking at it, and I'm like, kick the damn dog or something, Angie. Like, what the hell? And I was instantly pissed because it's one thing that nobody ever takes into consideration, the time and effort and the hard work that goes into making that kind of event happen and how many people are involved. And it's like, that's my personal belonging. And somebody just had their dog walking around and not only somebody let the dog pee on it, but there were tons of people standing there watching it. And it was just like, it would have been easy to just pull the dog away because it was on a leash. But it was JC's dog and Billy had it. Not Billy Fowler, Seven Oaks Billy. And he was just talking to people and not paying attention. And it was all an innocent, accident mistake. But I was immediately really frustrated by the fact that my new table skirt just got peed on by a dog. And now I got to bag it up in a trash bag and take it home and wash it in my brand new washing machine that we just bought. So I was already frustrated, but I wasn't going to lose my cool or whatever. I walked down to the end of the parking lot over by 11, the porta potty, because that's where we had the cooler, and I wanted to open the valve and let the melted ice out, let the water out before I had to pack it up. So I walked down there, and as I walked by, I saw JC kind of laid out, like sitting on the gravel pile that's over there, and the dog was there with him. And I was like, oh, it was because Angie didn't know who it was. She was like, oh, it was a drunk guy with a pit bull. And I was like, well, that could be one of a few guys. And then
That
I was
could
like,
be any discomfort.
yeah. And then I walked over and I saw JC sitting there and I saw the pit bull and I was like, all right. So I know and love JC. JC is a longtime Seven Oaks local and disc golfer from years back. And, you know, he's good people. But he was way inebriated. And I did not realize how inebriated he was until I said, I like jokingly kind of, I looked at him, I said, hey, you going to take that table skirt your dog pissed on over to your house and wash it for me? Oh, no. And he said, what? And I stood
Wake up.
And I stood up. He started to stand up, and I turned around and I was like, no, your dog pissed on my table skirt over there, and like now I gotta like take it home and carry it. And he just like puffed up his chest and started getting in my face about it, all drunk, you know what I mean, like just being really combative.
Talking about this shit on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's okay
I
because
don't give a
I'm
shit.
coming back. I'm coming back to
Got
something.
last cash right here.
Yeah.
Last cash.
Never tie for last cash.
He did not cash.
So ultimately, I said some things to JC right there in that moment, just because of the fact that he kind of puffed up and tried to get in my face about it, and then, you know, and then I wasn't gonna like,
And then
and then I wasn't gonna like get into a confrontation and altercation with him about it or anything like that. I chose to walk away, but I walked away really pissed off, like all of a sudden, right? So I immediately walked back and started breaking down everything by myself violently and like throwing it into my van. Because I was just like trying not to lose it on anybody or like cuss and scream and like, or get into a like fist fight with some drunken old man. Like, so I was, you know, and I walked away and I broke everything down. And then I started calming down, and I was hanging out with Ed and Kim, and eventually, you know, I walked over there and hugged it out with JC.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and everything was fine. And I apologized and he apologized. But yeah, I want to say it again to JC because, man, I got really mad. I got really mad. Like, and to anybody that saw me lose my temper, I apologize. But that's why I brought this up, is because now you know why I got so mad. I wasn't mad until me and him had our little back and forth, and then I was like, Hulk smash, and then afterwards I calmed down real quick, and me and JC are cool, and I love JC. JC, I love you. Shout out to JC.
JC.
that's the thing with Seven Oaks.
Yeah.
There's strong emotions there.
Well, everybody's already all
but
keyed up.
also
and
everybody
some people
usually
are drinking
can talk it
and
back down, and you can.
Well, let's.
But some people aren't drinking.
I want to say something, and I
Don't be lumping us all in with
No,
the drinkers.
I'm saying.
Where's my beer?
I completely
Some people are
agree with
drinking
you.
a lot.
Sure. And I completely agree with you when being upset and maybe saying something to him. And I completely agree with you apologizing. And look, it's been said, but it does take a lot for somebody to apologize. It takes a man to do so. Now, that being said, sometimes even with a dog on a leash, because I've been the victim of that before, and I've gotten chapped by old Mr. Kearns before, but
The Combinator.
because my dog did the same thing, except
heard
for
that
number
one.
2 out there, and I wasn't paying attention. She was on a leash. I wasn't paying attention, and she did it, and I walked off. Didn't even notice it. But I'm just saying, like, maybe, like, even the guy who had it didn't even know. Maybe the dog, you know, because dogs can do that so quickly. But it sucks. We got to go home and wash the sheet. But
Well, here's the big problem, man, is like I always feel like a dick for telling
I
people
feel ya.
don't bring your dog. Like, but I don't ever tell people that. But it's like I want to tell, because like at Ogwood, it's happened a bunch of times where people bring their dogs out to Ogwood, and then the dog will get a hold of one of the animals that lives at Ogwood and cause a big incident. And then everybody's hackles are raised, and it always becomes a problem for me when I'm just trying to run a disc golf tournament.
My dogs have been disc golfing with me for 7 years.
And that's the other end of that dichotomy, is because at the same time, I know plenty of people that have good dogs and are responsible with their dogs, and like, it's never the dog's fault. Like, for any of these problems, it has never been the dog's fault. It has been the irresponsibility and the choices of the dog's owner that have caused these situations to happen.
Yep.
And or whoever was handling or in control of the animal, or supposed to be in control of the animal. So, and it sucks because I like all animals more than I like most people. So
I don't think you should bring your dog out if you've got a spastic dog.
Well, I mean, it's not
without
the dog,
being on a leash, if it's going to be a danger to somebody.
For most dogs, it's going to be really hard not to be spastic because he's hanging out like
judgment.
a bunch of people. Yeah, but it's just like the same thing with kids. I've never had a problem with a kid being like playing on a card with somebody that had their kid. Never had a problem with any of those kids. I've had a problem with the way that like the parent was like supervising the situation, because it was like I was constantly distracted. You know, you can be like somebody just leaves their kid in a stroller and walks like 70 feet away to go like putt, and you feel you're like kind of trying to walk up on your disc, and the kid's just sitting back there and I'm like, I can't, like, and then you want to say something, but you can't really say something without making a thing.
Dude. Say what you're gonna say. You say, "Hey, bro, you need to take your kid a little closer."
I have, but that's why I'm hesitant to, is because I've said it
hesitant.
and then had the moment where it's like, dude, like now it's a thing, and
there was one
and
time
then we got to talk about it on a podcast.
No. We didn't. We not make it a thing. Let's just leave it where it be.
It's just fun. All I'm saying is, like,
yeah.
if you're going to have a kid or a dog on a disc golf course, especially during a tournament, especially during a sanctioned tournament.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that during a sanctioned tournament.
Yeah.
There was one time at Two Rivers,
but
Rodney.
I'm just saying, like, people do it. They bring their babies to sea tiers, and they bring their dogs out to Ogwood for a sea tier, and it's like. And Philip's telling him, "Yeah, bring your dog." And Philip's like, "Yeah, bring everybody."
It's the old. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
I'm pretty sure there's a rule with both of those. Almost
sanctioned events. There's no pets allowed.
Yeah, but we're
no
also
pets allowed. Okay, so hold up. We enforced the T-shirt rule, and how many disc golfers want to go out there and play without a shirt on? But we enforced that rule on C tiers because it's
this was
PDGA
unsanctioned. That's
I don't.
Well, unsanctioned, man, let them do what they do.
No, we did at Millridge Test event. We did have to turn away somebody that had a dog.
Oh, well, I'm saying no
A
shirt.
sanctioned event. Oh.
Yeah.
So
I never turn anybody away from a C tier that wasn't.
Look,
that took
how
their shirt
big
off.
of a deal at a C tier is it if some dude's got his shirt off while he's out there playing? Not very big. Like how many?
Depends on who it is. If I got my shirt off, that's going to hurt a lot of people.
I got you.
I walked up.
It's not an issue until somebody complains to the TD, bro.
I threw the best shot of my life on.
Of course, we don't allow that
on the Temps back at Seven Oaks, playing in a real tournament, Tennessee State Championships. I take my little Grey Gazelle and I pop it through the hole, going up to the practice basket.
Right.
You know, so like, alternate 9.
Mm-hmm.
Boom! So I throw the best shot, and I'm like, "Yeah, I threw the best shot." And here comes a German Shepherd. Jump, comes out there and grabs my disc and starts eating my disc and running away with it. And I'm like, "What the?" And the dude he thought it was funny.
He thought it was funny. Yeah, he probably thought it was funny.
He thought that was cool. I said, "Dude, we're in the middle of a real live tournament. I'm on the lead card. This is for my disc golf life at that time, man.
Yeah.
You know."
Sure.
The dude thinks it's funny. I never saw that guy again. I went off though. That just pissed me off.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's like, "Oh, my dog likes frisbee." Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
We all have those moments. Sure. But just in hindsight, when you look at it.
So I'm against dumb, stupid dogs being on any disc golf
you can't
course.
hindsight at the moment.
No, of course not. That's what I'm saying.
No, seriously.
I just think it falls on the owner or the parent.
Learn something from it if you're gonna bring it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, and all you people
they
with
hugged
kids,
out afterwards, but at the time being,
a snake could come up and bite that little baby while it's in the buggy.
Yeah.
How did we all learn not to do certain things? Probably by getting told, "Hey, bro, don't do that."
All right. Well, here's the thing.
Well, for the most part, there's probably some.
Until you
common
blow
sense and
yourself
other
up,
things.
if
you
he
don't
knew
know
or
what the
not,
hell.
did he learn?
Yeah,
You're not gonna learn.
I mean,
Did he?
I've seen crazy things
hope
happen,
so.
dude. Like people like
Let's hope
completely
he learned.
forget that their kid is with them and walk off the
Well, that's
hole.
why people die in the cars.
So here, let me
you're
say
like-
that. Okay, so Marcus, and you might be able to back me up. Dave, I know you got kids, right?
No,
No, you don't.
we rented.
We ran. All right. Well, anyway, if anybody has kids, you can probably relate. So there are times where, like, I'll forget Adeline's in the back seat while I'm driving down the road because you go on autopilot.
and she's asleep.
Yeah, and she's asleep, or maybe she's not. She's just being quiet, which is never
Okay, let me
rarely.
clarify that last comment. I don't people going, what the fuck? No. When I say we rented, we came up here with my wife's sister had triplets.
Yeah.
So we came up to help.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
help her. God, you're 3
You got
kids.
triplets, yeah.
You're gonna need some. So we left Birmingham and came to Nashville. That's why I'm here now.
Wow.
What year was
Yes.
that, Dave?
Jesus Christ. Sometime.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not telling.
A while.
say-
It was a while. I was here.
89.
I got married in Two Rivers Mansion,
Nice.
right by Two Rivers. And that was the downfall of my wife, was because not really. I'm just kidding. But
Was she married? to you? Is that what you're saying?
But when I was going to the mansion, I saw the baskets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's a disc golf place.
disc
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go get me some of that.
No show at the wedding.
So-
leaves
Now,
his,
back
leaves
then,
his
Two
wife at
Rivers
the
was a
altar
beast.
because
Two
he's
Rivers
disc
was
golfing
Two
in a
Rivers
tux.
was my home course, man.
It was like
I
so
had my
long.
3 disc and my purple gym bag, and I'm running to every hole as
Oh,
fast
yeah.
as I could.
And you're going up and down hills because the
Oh,
layout,
totally.
the layout then was just like wow.
Well, Dan
what layout?
Parks.
What
did
layout
that.
was that?
yeah.
It was like this.
You were like up and down the whole time.
Like one of the-
However,
but some of the longest shots in the world.
but there used to be these big, beautiful monster trees that lived there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one year, like 2 days before the Tennessee State Championships, spam, here comes this tornado through there and just rips out some of the big trees. Just destroys it. And maybe I shouldn't say that. But anyway, some people said, well, you can't fix that. Where you're not allowed because of whatever. And okay, cool. But when the truck drove away or whatever, it got done.
Get 'em out.
Dude, it got done.
Yeah.
Then 1 year later, it was like almost to the day, the second tornado came through and took out the other big trees at Two Rivers.
Dang.
So it was like exactly a year apart almost to the day when the 2 tornadoes came through and destroyed Two Rivers disc golf.
That area gets punished. Upperland.
And then also
I mean, it's
humans.
still kind of a war zone from the tornadoes that happened back in March.
Well, it's just a wind tunnel it comes right
Yeah.
off the
Shape.
river.
Yeah.
Well, and you
comes
have that.
right
You have
through there.
Briley, and anywhere close to a freeway is an easy lane for a tornado to travel on because it's flat ground. and
Anybody
there's-
who hits that curve coming from Briley, coming out this way from the west, you hit that curve going into that loop, right by Opryland and Bass Pro and stuff. You feel the wind as soon as you turn that loop, you can
Yeah.
feel it, like on calm days. So like makes a lot. It's kind of crazy. East Nashville's kind of the same way.
But that's
I lived over
when
at 5 Points.
Two Rivers disc golf, stopped being a really major course, because we used to have 28 holes out there, and it'd kick your ass, And then they put the greenway in. They took away our course when they put the greenway in, because it used to be really. I mean, it was brutal, man.
Well, have
We
you
used
heard
to
that
play
rumor?
before Cedar Hill went in. Okay, we were doing Two Rivers and Seven Oaks for the Tennessee State Championships, including freestyle. All the best freestylers throughout America and the world would come here to do the freestyle. And then you had double disc court, most time in air, and whatever, one other one.
So real
was
quick
MCA
before you,
as popular as I thought
Accuracy. It was accuracy.
so
Go
hold
ahead.
on real quick before you go any further. Just
MCA.
for history's sake,
Sure.
I feel like, and just for my knowledge,
Okay.
you say you freestyle. I want to know how, because disc golf, you go by score. So how do you judge freestyle? And then when you're doing longest in the air, how does that format go? I just want to know for personal knowledge.
No problem.
Like how that's
Okay,
done.
well, how that goes is all the people that paid their entry into those events,
Sure.
because all the money was split into those events. So you had a purse for freestyle, you had a purse for accuracy, you had a purse for that, you had a purse for that, you had a purse for disc golf, which was insane.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
A lot
Wow.
of purses.
But in FDD, Flying Disc Drive, the fathers and mothers of disc golf in Nashville, totally. They would had the thing at Will Hagen's where you come down, you have lots of food. It's like a feast, so all the out of towners could get in there and eat food and drink, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, FDD was, a major part of doing that part of it. But like I said, you're playing 21 to 28 holes at, Seven Oaks, and then you go to Two Rivers, and, it'd kill you. because it'd go down past the Greenway, then you go up. It went all the way to the high school. Those lanes out there. So there's all the way there next to the road, and there's all the way back next to the house fences. Pretty much. And so hell, my first tournament playing. Well, not my first tournament, but the first pro tournament playing Two Rivers. The only guy that beat me that day was – no, I'm not bragging. The only guy that beat me that day had won the Japan Open like a week before when he came here for that.
What was that?
Tennessee Flying Disc Championships here were, really big. Like I said, FDD was wonderful, and still in my world they still are, and it was – like I said, the history of taking care of all these courses, which y'all are doing now, as far as getting to come play on them. Excuse my language. Get to come.
There's definitely a community out there now, and Two Rivers has been through. I mean, could we say the most renovations of like almost completely different layouts?
Two Rivers.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But then you got,
I mean, Seven Oaks
two-hole
and Cedar Hill,
courses.
they've always said it had a lot of changes too, but it's not the same as like complete renovations, complete over.
Well, there's been two,
overhauls.
Jonathan High and Jimmy Ambrose.
Shout out to John.
Jonathan High, and Jimmy Ambrose started out remodeling Two Rivers, the first remodel. And Jimmy had just had a new baby. So, he kindly bowed out and took care of his family, which, was a super smart move. And so Jonathan High, props to him for creating and trying to make Two Rivers, a better place, which it was. I love Jonathan's design.
Absolutely.
Technically.
He hadn't been around in a while. I don't want to point that out, but
No, well, he comes to Tuesday every now and then. So.
Does he?
Oh, totally. So,
awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew.
But just saying.
Yeah, I know he is from Tuesday Night Doubles.
He put in a lot of time and years on Two Rivers. And then, props to Zachary Evans for coming in and, really trying to put forth a new effort also,
Well, shout out to Zachary Evans.
Oh,
I know he was the one who instituted.
Plus,
a lot
Zachary
of those
Evans
guys.
is helping us obtain the Bobcat this weekend for our work party, which, in case you didn't know, is Friday and Saturday, August 28th and 29th.
Oh, we were getting there. We were
I
not
don't
going to
care.
forget about that.
Well, I'm just slipping that in early.
Hey, no, you do your thing. Listen, Seven
We
Oaks is
just put the
special, and
tent
we were talking
up
about
today.
that. Straight up, we were
Dude.
talking about that
Well,
earlier with Freddie, with just being a family reunion with everybody being there. And
One of your teammates.
I know
David Tank.
yeah,
Moppy Woe, Telly, everybody that put in work to make it such a beautiful course this time, for this event, and Mike McDaniel and everybody that put in the time on this course, even before the work party, is
Absolutely.
just outstanding. It makes me stand around and go, what the hell are we going to do at the work party?
He has a list.
Luckily, we got some real major stuff to do. So
Part of what I was getting at
you
was
know,
going to ask you.
I want to
What
say
is
this.
on
This
your
is the
agenda?
20th.
this Friday
Six
and this
longer?
Saturday. What?
Well,
So we're gonna make it 6 longer.
Oh, no.
hold on. Let me ask you this, because you were just
No.
saying,
No.
what are you going to do
The
at the
only
work
reason
party? That was what I
because-
was kind of getting
Because
at.
of the
was-
road. Okay, that's why we don't make it longer.
Yeah.
Because the damn road curves right there. So dudes are going to be throwing their shots into these windshields and making people wreck and stuff. And then all of a sudden disc golf is done in Nashville, or as far as Seven Oaks.
Yeah.
That's why we put these mounds of freaking mulch down there to keep them from skipping down there into the damn road.
Yeah.
There's a method to the madness.
Absolutely.
So, and that has actually been brought up several times. Let's make 6 longer. And I'm like, dude, look what you're doing.
Yeah.
Look at the big picture when you're doing stuff. It's not just a now moment.
Sure.
Whatever you do on a course is not a now moment unless you're installing it, because you got those guys that do courses that they just walk out there, throw a frisbee, and wherever it lands, they put a stick and say, there's sport. There you go.
Well,
Not
and I think
calling
that
it
comes with
anything.
experience. Like if you run tournaments or you have designed multiple courses and seen how they play, like you can identify those potential safety hazards and problems with the flow of the course. But like a lot of people will just get hung up on one aspect of a potential idea and be like, "Oh my God, this would be so epic because it would look like this." And they never stop to even think about like what it's going to cause in a competitive environment. You know what I mean?
No.
My whole philosophy is I'm going to watch your action and not listen to the words.
Yeah.
And what I see you actually do is, how I'll perceive you. you know. I mean, because you can tell me there's so many people that talk the talk and very few that walk the walk. Because in my world, it's, you know, if I would, I could have, they should have, you know, well, they are us. They are the ones that are going out there and getting it done.
Right.
And it's easy to backseat drive and whatever until you step up and actually bring yourself to a place and put in the work. And your karma turns out so much better. You know, I know tons of times where people have actually put in the work at the course and then they win or they hit the ace pool or whatever. And it's a real life thing. You know, nature knows that you're trying to help nature. It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's why I won so many tournaments, you know.
That's one of the things.
You know, no skill involved
Before
there.
y'all could get off
The
About
trees
the,
love you,
the
Dave.
course design at
I
Seven
suck
Oaks.
now. Trust me.
You get to 5, like you get 1 through 4, and then you're like, have I, you know, birdied 1 through 4, gotten 2s on it. Then you get to 5, and you're like, all right, can I hit this line? And then you walk up to 6, and from 6, you know where you're headed for the inners, but also you see 7. You're like, just make it to 7, like even through this stretch, and it starts getting in your head. And I think that's one of the cool things about it. That it's,
I've been there.
so many things can happen from 6 through inner 3, and then you come out in 7, and you're like, your mind's boggled, and then you try to get 8 and 9. You know, try to get that stretch a little bit, and it's it gets
That's
you
part
thinking.
of disc
Gets you
golf,
thinking.
though. It's disc golf is a very mental game.
Yeah.
If your mind's warped, I used to do stuff. Man, I had a rattly old cart, and when I pulled it, it just made all kinds of noise and wasted them. You know,
need some-
dude, I know it's noisy. Ching, 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 ching. You know, so you're totally focused and mad at me, and totally not missing. You know, your.
Well, it
putt
wouldn't be
side,
disc golf if you didn't develop the skill to throw the disc, and then once you've done that, where do you go from there? Then, how do I beat this course? Then the mental challenge comes in once you get at least somewhat of the hang of throwing a disc. But it leads me kind of to continuing what I was asking you about. What is on your agenda for that work party? Is where I was trying to get at, because
Thank
when
you.
I was
Well,
out there for the Freddie,
Before we get there,
they looked beautiful. So I was just curious what you had in mind.
I want to point out, you've been running an annual work party at Seven Oaks for 20 plus years.
I think it was
Yes.
72 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's
No,
too
dude,
long.
this is huge because
Okay.
you've always worked with us and sought us out to find out how to schedule it so that it would fall right before Music City
Oh,
Open.
totally.
So that's
Oh, yeah.
7, you know what I mean? And
But that was the tradition going back to the Tennessee Flying Disc Championships or the Music City.
I'm just
Open.
saying I appreciate it as an administrator.
Oh,
like I appreciate you stepping out. Like I don't have to chase you down. You've always been somebody that you and I have always spoken and communicated very easily.
Cool.
And I've always appreciated that about you. Like we've always had a very easy relationship and a rapport.
Volunteer of the Year,
I wasn't going to bring that
Will
up. but-
McCaskill. I'm sitting here.
Will McCaskill.
So there's at least 2 Volunteer of the Year sitting at this table tonight. So we know a little bit about what it takes to be a volunteer and make stuff the best that you can have.
But you have some crazy stories about stuff that's happened.
I'm not
at
allowed to
7 Oaks.
tell some things.
Some things you don't have to tell.
How do you get people that you always have people at work parties sometimes that are just trying to get the free shirt and the hangout crew?
Here you go. Thank you. Yeah, cool.
How do you,
Come
yeah,
on, bring
yeah,
it.
How do you?
Here's a shovel. Please
How
go
do you
lean on it.
motivate people at the work party?
Well, by the time that those people show up, the real shit's already been done.
Yeah,
And that's the way it is. The Friday boys that come in on Friday,
yeah,
we're going to get it done. And then the rest of the people can come make it pretty or whatever. We're going to deposit where the crap needs to go.
yeah.
And as far as motivating people, the people that love Seven Oaks are going to be there and be real.
Yeah.
Then the people that want the shirt, they show up as late as they can and, you know, eat some food and drink some
Yeah.
beer and, water and tea, Cokes.
Yeah, exactly. What are the big projects here?
Okay.
I mean, I know there's the
Well,
usual
Well,
stuff.
I want to shout out to Jay because I kind of cut him off, but this was the question that he was trying to ask.
Sorry,
There's
no,
Jay.
sorry.
No,
Sorry,
I
Jay.
cut him off because I wanted to kind of frame it by saying that it was the 20th anniversary of the work party. So now, Jay, ask your question, please.
Well, I think I asked it kind of sort
Specific
of
question.
anyway.
Specific
What's
projects.
on that agenda? Because literally being out there at the
Because you always have a hole by hole list at
Listen to him.
the
He's like,
work
I know
party
what the deal is.
central,
Just go.
and everybody
Tell me what it
goes and crosses it out when they're done with it.
Exactly.
Yep,
And that'll
it's a
be done on the morning of
self-service.
Friday. But
So you're saying you don't know exactly right this
dude, I know exactly a bunch of stuff, but some things are going to be a moment by moment process depending on weather, climate, how many assholes actually show up out there.
Eh,
You know, because
Hey.
there's been 6 of us old men out there at one work party, and we did 11, 12, 10, 11, 12 during that work party. All those railroad ties that stopped the erosion and, you know, made it blah, blah, blah. There was like 6 of us old people and, you know, so a couple of young dudes out there, man, and it was like 10 dudes pouring ass rain, dude. Trust me. It'll be probably be going to be rainy this time.
oh yeah, 2
You know.
hurricanes in the Gulf, first time ever in history.
But today
That we
the
know
tent
of.
was put up, so there's already shelter there. There's going to be food there the whole time. There's going to be drinks there the whole time. You know, so that's going to be from 8 o'clock on Friday till 5 o'clock on Friday. Then it's going to be from 8 o'clock on Saturday to 12 o'clock on Saturday. Saturday, yeah, no shit. But the point being, and after that we'll have feast, give the Volunteer of the Year trophy. And everyone that signed up will have their name in the book of Seven Oaks for showing up. I've got, you know, years and years, at least minimum of.
How many books?
I'm on my 3rd book.
Yeah,
Yeah, actual. They're in my truck right now.
there's a lot of pages in a book, guys.
But if your name's in that book, I listen to your opinions and wants and whatever. And the more your name is in the book, the more sway you have over anything you can imagine with me.
And we have
And those guys that their names don't even show up and say, they ought to, I could have, would I would have done it this way, whatever. No, you didn't. Dude, you ain't going to have shit to say to me.
What about that jackhole that posted?
I heard
up
a
on-
little bit of chirping this past week about the Nashville disc golf
Yeah, we're
community.
horrible.
And
Oh, man.
We're
We
so
had-
divided. Oh my god.
that we have too many leagues and we have too many work parties
just
and
laughable?
we're
Oh, my God.
It was
Like-
completely
Yeah, it
laughable.
should just totally be
Well,
for free.
it's those
Let the
situations-
government do it.
It's those situations where, like, the more the dude says about what he thinks,
I feel
the
you.
more he's clearly demonstrating that he has no clue what he's talking about, and he's just shoveling and shoveling and.
Well, not only that, it's like the one thing you choose to kind of like go after is like the one thing you could say 100%
Where's
without
this?
a doubt this community
PDGA
has, and it's like
But
what?
from where?
We don't help each other
1989?
out. I
Ooh,
just looked at that
Vanderbilt.
post and started laughing. I
Borders,
couldn't even
fuck
respond to it. I was like,
yeah.
really?
That's old school as
This
fuck.
kid, this
I've been
person-
researching my ass off over here, just trying to find
Anyway.
some like. Oh,
Anyway,
Find my shit.
So
I'm trying
back
to, I'm
to
trying
just
to.
right fast. Let's get down and dirty. Let's get.
Thank
actually
God there
to-
wasn't cell phones back then.
to the actual nitty gritty of the
God.
Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
I want to talk about those scores and who shot well. David Tang shot well for my 3-man team.
I threw one good draft all day.
I-
Man,
Dude, not many.
I got to shout out and thank you, Jay and Will, for considering me as a teammate. And sorry I had to bow out due to, you know, a health issue with my
okay.
knee, technically.
I got a
didn't end up
couple
in-
stats.
I didn't even end up playing because Jay did Jay
Oh,
things
thank God.
and said he couldn't play, and so I gave his spot away, and then he said he could play.
So
the
here's
next
the
morning,
deal.
so
Trying to get off-
gave
I
him
got
my
a couple
spot
Trying to get off
stats.
work on a Saturday is like ridiculous where I work because
No.
I do big bucks retail. However, there just happened to be somebody there that morning who was interested in trying to pick up a couple extra hours for a vacation or something. and
I
so
probably could
I
have
was like, if you're
landed
cool
it.
with it, I'm cool with it. You can stay for me. And so it worked out. And I texted Will. I was like, listen, good news. You don't want to play, bro? I got you.
Well, I had said the night before, I was like, this is way too complicated. I don't even want to play anymore. And then he was like, oh, hey, I can play. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll give. I would have played if it was me, you, and Tang, man. I would have wanted to play with Tang for sure.
So I have a
but
couple
we had Chris who played. But you got
Tang is
Chris
Crispies. I got a couple stats.
I am glad. I feel good that I was able to give my spot away for Chris because he's a good dude and I like.
Dude,
Chris
it was
a lot.
nice meeting Chris.
First-
I've never
He's
met
a
him
really
before.
good man.
Where
He's
was
a really
Chris
good
from?
dude, man.
First of all,
He's just newer around here.
Finger
he's from
finger
Nashville.
pop
I
team.
think, yeah.
Look at you. You're famous already.
Yeah.
Bruh.
All right.
He's one of K-Man's friends.
Sorry,
Yeah.
raise your
Oh,
hand,
K-Man's
boy.
wonderful.
Raise your hand, sir.
Shout out to K-Man.
He was out there.
K-Man,
Pretty
if
sure
you're-
he's a volunteer
If
of
you're
the year.
ordained, hit me up.
What?
By the way,
Pretty sure K-Man's a volunteer of the year.
Yeah.
always
He's-
is the volunteer.
he's the
in
man.
the running for sure. All right,
All
All right,
Pump them
couple
stats.
stats. Finger pop, Logan, Telly, Papa Tony shot a 23 down.
That's out of
Is that
28
good?
holes.
Yeah.
By the way,
That might be good.
it's okay.
Any guesses on which 3 holes they didn't get a 2 on?
Probably the 3 easiest
No,
on the course.
no, 4 holes.
4 holes.
No, 5. 5. Yeah.
Probably the 5 easiest.
No.
I have the stats on which holes were.
I'm not gonna say.
All right, yo, tell me the hardest and the easiest hole.
Okay, the hardest hole. Any guesses?
The last hole. Nobody
Yeah, I'd go
Last
with
hole,
like
last
10,
hole.
9, whatever.
No, 4A played .86 over par. Its average was 3.86.
4A, wow.
I got a 3 or 4.
8A?
They got a 3 on that.
No, the hardest hole?
No, 4A.
I'm going with the hardest hole being probably inner 3.
No, it's 4A. I'm looking at the
wait,
numbers
no,
right
4A,
here.
4A. Okay.
Yeah,
I wish the inner
Dude,
3
don't
was-
mess with Dr. Details, bro.
I wasn't
don't
messing.
come
I was just
correct.
saying.
He said on the last episode he will fucking drop some fucking details on your fucking ass,
Oh, he did.
Oh,
he did.
I would. Yeah.
and he's dead fucking
You
serious.
drop them details
attack the
then.
integrity of Big Z, and I'm coming after you. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
agree.
have to say about
He's
that.
related to a man who wrote a song called Amos Moses, so he's
He was a Cajun.
Yeah.
in my book.
Lived by himself in the swamp.
And inner 3 and inner 2.
100
were the
alligator
other
for a
two
living.
hardest holes.
Just not going in the head with a stump.
Yeah.
Inner 3 and inner 2 were the other 2 hardest holes. They were the only 3 that played over par.
Which one? Only.
Inner two
4A
and inner three.
was
4A.
the hardest one. It's .86 over par.
Yep.
Then inner 3 was .28 over par, and inner 2 was .14 over par.
4.
And hole 4, only 2 teams did not get a 2. Out of all the teams we had.
What were those teams?
Yeah, air it out. Just let him know.
Well, there was a card
Rub
I
it in.
believe of. I don't know. I'll leave it up there, but it might be another doctor.
Oh, I know who that is.
Okay. All right.
Any other teams with a doctor out there? They may not have gotten those first couple that they should have gotten, but
Who was on the other doctor's team?
Can we get? I'm worried that we didn't get 4, but maybe
Who was on
two
the-
brothers,
You got 4.
Ooh.
the Bishop
I can't
brothers,
remember.
Ooh.
Everybody gets 4. Okay.
That was a hell
my
of a
first
team.
base.
and shout out to Moppy Woe who hit the ace on hole 1.
Well,
Beautiful shot.
yeah, Moppy had just came
Backhand
in.
or hyzer? Or sidearm?
Moppy came in and
Lefty
cleared the
backhand.
whole thing
Ah.
of the roses on the flower bed coming
So,
into the course. So
good
he had
karma?
course karma and proves my point.
Yeah.
You got the-
Thank
got
you
the
for
ace.
proving my point.
And Jimmy
again. Thank
Ambrose,
you.
Jimmy Ambrose
Dude,
hit 12.
I wondered who
snaps.
did that. That's
Yeah, he
beautiful
had
out
his whole
there.
back of his truck full of dead rose stuff from the, the top of the flower garden there. And there you go.
And Jimmy Ambrose hit 12.
Beautiful. We need to get a.
Go
Yeah.
figure.
What are the,
right?
we need to get a Japanese maple out there.
Y'all think I'm not kidding?
We
man.
accidentally
You
took
come,
a 5.
Come help at the work party. Your game will get better. I promise.
Tree karma.
Trick
Just don't forget to beg early and often. Please move left.
What kind of food? What kind of food you thinking this year? What kind of food?
Little Caesars pizzas, baby.
Whatever it is.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
the
curious.
last stand right there. That's after you've already had some Cokes and some water. And at the very end of the day, there's going to be pizza.
like
but
Waffle
the whole
House
time,
at 3 a.m.
technically, I'm going to do McAllister's Deli, spin wheel sandwiches. It'll be several different kinds.
Wow.
There's
Little
going to be some
carbs, little
veggie plates
protein.
for our vegetarian people that love that. There's going to be some awesome vegetarian stuff.
stuff.
And it's called vegetables.
Vegetarian fare.
Um,
Vegetarian.
And then,
Meat
you know,
flavored tofu.
still going with the watermelon and fried chicken and fruits and vegetables and stuff.
Wait, you said
Watermelon and fried chicken.
okay. I was there. That's what I thought you said.
But that's a tradition.
That is where.
And everyone
live,
eats the
bro.
freaking chicken. Yeah, I'm going to eat the
How many
freaking
times have I
chicken.
called you from
And then
Hattie
they're
B's?
mad
Hey, you
because their
wanna come to
game
Hattie
totally
B's?
sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after we feast, we play the disc golf round. Everyone pays in $5 or whatever. And we play the disc golf round. And only the people that. So you get to see what everybody's group little did. You know? Because a lot of. It's not everyone. There's people that work on that hole. There's people that work on that. And then so all of a sudden you get to play the round. But the thing is, they didn't realize they just got grease all over their damn hand from the fried chicken. And they're all mad because the shit's coming out all
I've
fucked up.
seen.
I felt like a little Adam Sandler right there. Like,
I keep looking at Marcus when I say fried chicken and Hattie B's because Hattie B's is my favorite. And I'm curious, like, because I'm pretty sure you chat me for liking Hattie B's a little bit.
Yeah,
Shout out to Chris Horn. Chris
I
Horn
know,
knows
so,
all about
like,
the
let me-
chicken.
'cause that's why I said I kept looking at you, and I was like, I'm about to say this, and Marcus is gonna get me.
What are
again.
your chicken reviews?
Yeah.
Top 3.
Because
Nashville.
you chat me for liking Hattie B's, and I love Hattie B's. And Will, you did the same. You were like, Hattie B's is gimmicky. I'm like, but it's freaking bomb.
You know, some gas stations actually have great chicken.
I like their sandwiches. Dude, gas stations do have
Dude.
good chicken.
See,
For sure.
and that's what people miss out on. They're like,
Eddie's-
man, there's
Eddie's
like-
Market?
Okay, so I went. Okay, so literally today, I was somewhere near Ogwood, one of those random gas stations off to the side.
Uh-huh.
And I go in there. I just bought like a zero-turn mower. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get some.
That's
something
your
to
new
drink.
mower out
Yeah,
there?
you heard it? Yeah, I was kicking
What?
it.
I want to
I
ride it.
knew that
All
was
Can I
you.
go? Can I take a ride after
No,
we're
you ain't
done?
ready.
I
You're
knew
not
that
ready.
was
All right,
Marcus.
but guess what they
I'm
had?
not ready. We're gonna my experience after this. Hold
But
on.
guess what they had in there? They had fried chicken and fried frog legs.
Oh, yes.
Dude, I haven't had. Okay, so
And fried pickles?
Isn't that something kind of like gas
That's a
station
delicacy,
sushi?
right?
Fried pickles?
frog
Fried
legs at the
pickles.
gas
Did they have
station.
fried
is a bit
pickles?
odd.
No, I wish.
Gas station.
They had
But-
decent macaroni and cheese.
Frog legs I haven't had since living back home in Arkansas. They used to have them on Wednesday nights at Catfish Cove, all you could eat. And we would go up there and get all you could
Yeah.
eat crab legs and all you could eat frog legs. I know it's a weird combo, man, but frog legs are some killer.
And we're out.
Big frog legs.
Tartar sauce or ranch?
And then we go play our
For the
banjos
frog
on the
legs?
front porch.
Nothing.
You got spoons?
Just a little
Hey,
swamp.
I
Oh,
learned
dude,
some
boy.
Spoon Lady.
Just
So
Always
is
drop
there
some
anybody
Spoons down
here?
at White House at the
Is there
Hug Fest.
anybody here that's going to be at the work party? Just
Are we about to roll into that first break?
Marcus
I'll be
raised
there
his
at the work
hand.
party. I'm
Where we
working
going
at night, but I'll be there at the work party.
I have to work Friday through the day, but I'll be there Saturday morning.
I'll be at the work party
Saturday.
just like I'm at the
I'll be there Saturday
the,
morning.
the
I
back
like
tax
Saturday.
tournaments. I'm gonna be there.
I will be there
Just
Friday.
wait. I'm gonna show up.
I'll be
at the
there
la-
Friday afternoon.
Second.
after
But you
work.
know what? This year, finally, I have really good like lawn tools. I got a mower. I got a weed eater, and I got
I just
stuff.
got a brand new weed
I'm
eater
ready.
too.
And
I got a
also
weed eater and some
you know, funny
loppers.
enough, I've also got like a random tool.
I got
over
loppers
there.
in the
Somehow
van.
got into
And a
my truck from
9-year-old?
2 years ago that I'm gonna bring back. It's got a little
Slave,
green.
AKA
It's got green spray paint on it.
indentured
I
And
see
don't-
how you are. You just steal their shit, and when you're done with it, you bring it
Come
back.
on, Carter. You want to play
Never
some
even
disc golf
used
this
it, boy.
afternoon? But we got to work first.
But I'm like, I'm never gonna use it because I know exactly who it belongs to. It belongs to the crew at 7 Oaks. So I'm gonna take it back one day.
No, man, fuck. I'll just use it and then give it back with the brand new one. Here you
I
go.
got a
So what
Dave.
kind of tool was it, and what can I expect?
I got some want. Dave, all I
An
got
axe?
is some loppers and some want to. Is that enough?
What was that?
Loppers and some want to.
Yes.
Good attitude.
Yes.
I got some loppers the other day at Lowe's, but I got my weed eater and I got a push mower.
Get your last chance to get your name
Wait,
in my
wait.
book.
You cheated on your company and went
Last
to Lowe's?
chance for my
What? They
book.
don't sell stuff like that at Costco.
Yeah, my brand of loppers.
And if you want my honest opinion, Ace
Corona's my
Hardware is
brand
the
of
hardware store you
loppers.
need to be shopping at.
Wherever it's cheap and
Steel,
quick.
baby.
cheap and quick. That's
Okay,
what
we're gonna go for a break. Maybe I heard. I don't know.
He's like,
Yeah, we can take a
need
little
break
break. Everybody needs a break.
Everybody
All
needs a
right,
break.
we're gonna go for a break, everybody.
Break me off a
After
piece
these
of that kick
messages,
bar.
we'll be
Lower this
right
down.
back.
See you in a few.
am not a fan, but
Oh no, I don't know what the fuck she made. To be honest with you.
Looks like noodles, cheese, and meat.
looks
But
like
What's
hot
up,
wheels.
everybody? We're back.
Yeah, but it's
We're
got
back,
Kobe
we're back.
ground beef in it, so apparently it's supposed to be real good. I don't know.
What is the Kobe beef?
It's just
It's Japanese. It's just like they feed the cows a certain way and in a certain.
We're talking about Kobe
I think you're
beef.
talking about Wagyu.
Well, that's
Kobe-
that's
is
a higher.
Kobe-
That's just a higher level, ain't it?
Exactly.
Wagyu is its own whole thing, and
You
it's
stop that right now.
strictly. It can't be. It's like it's like calling champagne. You can't call it unless it's from the Champagne region of France. So it's the same thing.
It's Kobe beef from one
Wagyu
particular
is
farm.
only from Japan. So like, say the Urban Grub, one of my favorite places to eat.
Okay, because you can have Kobe beef from
Sure.
other places in the world. They just have to have the same cows and feed them the same way.
Yeah. So Wagyu is completely separate. It's Japan. So like, there is
It's
American
the champagne
Wagyu.
of beef.
There's American Wagyu, but it has to be distinguished. It is the champagne of beef. It's like Miller High Life,
We hire people to rub our
the
cows.
champagne of beer. Anyway,
Hey, real
excuse
quick
me.
before we get into this,
You
you
have any
guys, I
talent,
want to
Cal
make
Ruby?
a couple quick statements. Let's see here. Right now, we didn't do the weekly breakdown. We probably aren't going to keep doing it, but I do want to mention to everybody, if you're in Nashville and you're looking
Play
for
some
some
golf.
action, we got disc golf every day. You can go to the Nashville Disc Golfers Facebook page, and the cover photo is
Man,
the
y'all
weekly
got too
calendar.
many leagues in Nashville.
Yeah, we got way too many.
Why are they on the same day?
We're so
oh my
divided.
gosh,
We're so
Dude,
divided.
how
So
can you even
divided.
So
play
you're
like
telling me
that?
I can play one here and one there on the same day?
Yeah.
How am I
That's
supposed
so
to-
much division.
I can't play
I
both of
know.
them, right? I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Oh,
And
you
dude-
know me because there's that many disc golfers and traffic's that bad in Nashville.
I want to
oh,
make
wait,
three
wait,
of
wait.
me
You haven't
and
lived
be
here
able
very
to
long.
play
have you?
There
three
are
of the
many-
events.
There are many thousands of dollars in ace pots and bounties throughout the Nashville area every week.
Hush and go play golf.
If you're good, go play. If not, just have
Anyway,
fun.
back to Dave
talk about
Griffin.
making a mountain out of a molehill. I also want to mention real quick, and there's probably something else that I'm forgetting, but I'm not that worried about it. But the one thing I do want to mention is the Short Mountain Disc Jam is coming up.
Yeah.
So
Ed and Kim.
shout out to my friends Ed and Kim Birdie. It was awesome. That was another thing I didn't mention earlier about the Freddie tournament. It was awesome that I didn't get to play, but I got to sit and hang out with Ed and well, mainly with Kim, and she's just a dear soul, and she's a
Absolutely.
very one of my favorite friends, and I got to hang out with her for like a whole day, and that never happens. So that was really cool. I love you, Kim. I love you, Ed. Shout out to Flying Colors Disc Golf, flyingcolorsdiscgolf.com.
Boom.
Go shopping.
I bought a pro wraith off of a little swirly tie-dye action this weekend, as a matter of fact. Beautiful.
How many races do you have now? So I thought you had a blue one that you were going to sell to me.
I got a... What? No. Everybody tries to buy that blue
See what I
wraith.
did there?
So I want to say this,
I see what you did.
and this
Your
is
words.
interesting because this week and next week we've got like an Alabama theme going on because we've got Griff here tonight, and next Monday we're gonna have Egg Boy, Egghead
Ooh,
himself,
Farm
Fresh, and so Roll Tide, I guess.
Woo pig.
Now, so you have an excuse
Coming for you.
because
Farm.
you were born there, and that you're
And you got
born and
Kentucky
bred
over
down
here.
there.
About
Yeah,
football.
you didn't choose
Football, alumni, just
Yeah, you were born
college
into it.
association.
Yeah, you showed up
SEC.
there. It's like Roll Tide
Southeastern
or War
Conference.
Eagle.
Cam Newton.
Roll Tide or
East
War
and West.
Eagle.
West is better, but that's just okay.
Dave, tell me, when was it that disc golf found you, or you found disc golf, and how did that happen?
Well, it's a matter of perception.
Isn't everything?
Yep. So some nights, like in Tampa, Florida, a million years ago, whatever, throwing a glow, whatever, one frisbee toward a telephone pole and pretend
Frisbee.
like you hit that, and whoever gets it in the last shot. Wasn't any disc or change or anything when I started in my mind, so that was my experience back in there. My first basket was a blue piece of tape on a pole on a beach and knocked it into the sand and practiced trying just to hit the broomstick. So if it hit the little stick. And then Farm Fresh, Eggland. So for Eggland, when it started, there were these 2-liter pipes with a weight on them with the, not a pipe, but there's like a PVC pipe. Then there was the 2-liter jug, which had a rope with a washer or whatever.
Yeah.
So you had a putt, and if you knocked it off, that counted at Eggland, Greg Clement's house.
No way.
Yeah. So before all the baskets went in down
Yeah.
through there. So, but we were, and you knock those things off. So, I've been around a while as far as playing. Now it's like everything's perfect at Eggland. I love Greg's place.
Yeah, I think object golf is where most people get started. If you're like, I guess old school. I guess I'm old school because my first couple times playing golf, I was on a little small mini basketball goal, like little kids little tights basket. That was our first. That was my basket, And I was like, what are we doing here? Oh yeah. Just hit the basket. If you hit the basket, you're good. We'll go to the next one. I'm like, I don't know about this.
Accuracy sports.
I don't know about this.
I don't
And then
know.
like 20 years later, I'm still playing.
It's funny because you say that because I guess I was treated. I literally started playing on baskets, but got to play object golf a couple years into playing disc golf when just being out at somebody's place, and there was object golf, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is what it was like.
I was always drawn to accuracy sports, like in general. Sure. But I mean, like, and I've been around frisbee and flying disc activities my whole life. Like my mom's boyfriend that lived with us when I was a little kid, he was an old freestyle guy. We were always throwing frisbees when we were outside together. And then in high school and college, I started messing around with ultimate a little bit. And then in high school too, I was on the track team and I threw discus.
Yeah.
So it was like, I've always been around disc sports, and I always kind of somewhat knew what disc golf was. Yeah. But it always just sounded dumb to me. And until the first few times that I played, it was really until the first time I threw a disc and it did what I wanted it
to be completely honest with you, ultimate is a blast. And but you got to run.
My first love was a lid, dude. My first love was a lid.
I still love throwing a lid. That's two reasons why I carry that Beetle, which is close. I mean, like you throw it like a lid. Yeah. You can't throw it. Kai is the other reason, but the second reason is just fun to throw a round before a round.
Yeah.
Throw a round with your buddies before a round.
And I just we took a little break, and I just threw a forehand
Says young
stuffer and
people.
almost hit Marcus in the face. So I got some things to work on.
I think you did hit him.
I mean, he probably nipped him a little bit.
It didn't touch me. All right. First of all, okay.
You can't touch me
because you got to be a little more accurate to hit me. Okay.
Oh.
Speaking of not touching you, and just in your Rocket League car game.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. We're going here.
Yeah, we're going to go here.
All right.
In inspiration, I dropped some scratch on some points.
Oh my goodness.
So I could up my black market game.
I got a on the subject question. Hey Griff, I'm sorry. I've been on my cell phone searching since like 1985. It seems. Just tell me, give me a month and a year. When
PDGA
you were
number 12928.
I've got no problem finding his PDGA number, but because he is a current, I'm trying to find some tournaments he's played in. So can you give me a month and a year, a tournament, super, old school?
It was way back in the day.
Yeah. Which day?
Long before.
A long time ago.
I mean, give me 94. Give me a tournament you played in. I gotta find something.
2001 Am Worlds.
Okay, there we go. That's all I need to know.
Long before baskets.
How did you finish in that Am Worlds?
Third in the world in the singles.
Whoa! What? Whoa! What? Is that fact dropping?
Me and Danny Lane was first in the worlds in the double.
2-time.
Danny Lane's a 2-time. Danny Lane and Scott Lewis went down there the next year into Florida and took them out. National Boys was rolling.
Nice.
Danny Lane, 2-time.
Man, shout out to Denny Lane. I love that
People
man.
don't know this a lot about him.
Well, whatever. Dude, he's a beast of a disc golfer and a monster
mountain
Danny
Lane,
of a man.
Steve Nash.
Dude,
and he knows how to
human.
do the digital scorecard on
Bowers,
UDisc.
Logan's dad.
He's
he's like one of those guys I reference when I say you got to play with your shirt on, bro.
Yeah.
Tony.
Wink, wink.
Just joking, Tony.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Bowers too, because
Papa
Bear. That's what I call him.
I love Tony, but straight up, if you watch him on a 2-round tournament, 3-round tournament, he changes shirts.
Oh yeah,
in between 9 holes.
I don't know if you ever watched Dallas Randolph play.
Yeah,
but he'll get Dallas. 3 holes in, take his tank top off, and then I remember at one point I watched him take his tank top off and start playing, and then it was 4 holes later, I caught a glimpse of him putting his shirt back on, and then 2 holes later we were coming close together, crossing paths, and I said, "What happened, man? The gallery get too big or what?"
Which is funny because that dude's ripped.
He's yoked, dude. Dallas Randolph is a beast. He's a gorilla. It's crazy.
Man, if you don't make that putt, boy.
Yeah, man.
You don't make it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip you upside down and shake the lunch money out of your pocket.
Dude, I threw it up
No,
here
he's
at
like
least
the
to make
gentle
the
giant.
damn putt, boy.
He's a gentle giant.
I'm over here playing footsie with Marcus.
So
That's exactly how I planned it.
Darn it.
I want to know, since you've been there for so long, were you around when the original Seven Oaks layout with up around the softball fields and baseball fields was around? And if so,
Oh, totally.
what happened?
Yes.
Why did that go away so much?
Well,
Just simply because safety?
no, has nothing to do with that. It was probably people not wanting to take axes and shit through that little forest right there by the tree.
Yeah.
Like coming off the thing, it's easier to go to an island, whatever. Which has nothing to do with me, by the way. So,
Gotcha.
but from the old days, the stuff's grown up over the trees, and there's like a wall of crap there that wasn't there before, because people stopped taking care of back there.
Gotcha.
Right. And then there was the years where they wouldn't cut back there, back in the day.
Really?
Yes. So I was like, really? You know how you can't keep that open. But the first year, a lot of guys spent their time and money and lawnmowers and whatever they had back there. Zzz, made it work for whatever year, you know, when it wasn't being taken care of like it should have been, you know. But that's, you know, a lot of water under a bridge, whatever, blah, 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 you want to talk, you know. How perfect do you want it?
I was just curious what happened. Why it stopped being played so much? I didn't know.
Well, there were less choices.
Okay.
There wasn't Cedar Hill yet, and there wasn't Cane Ridge yet.
Is there space back there to do two 18-hole layouts?
Where's back there? What course?
Like over on the other side, on top of the hill.
Which course?
Seven Oaks.
Oh, Seven Oaks. Ooh, there
You
is
don't have
another
to-
course back there. There's 9 holes back there.
I know there's 9. I mean, could you do
Right.
another 9? I mean, even if you shortened up.
Well, years ago, you could, Taka was going down into the woods. But then you're talking years of railroad ties and gravel and resources, and how many people will actually show up for a work party in a perfect world.
Well,
And you hope for the
meant
best.
In general, like, is that possible to be able to be done out there?
Of course.
Okay. That was
In a
curious.
perfect world, hell yes. No problemo. No, that's my knee. It's like that.
It's just a flesh
That
wound.
pain will go away later, okay?
No,
Believe me.
man.
I'll be running this work party.
So, Dave, talk to. I want to know, like, I want you to give me a description of where your love affair with Seven Oaks began and how. It can be Cliff Notes, a brief synopsis, a summary,
Yes,
if you will.
absolutely. Ben Northcutt, 6 guys with a shovel, and Old Blue, and Ken Folger and Hardy and Ben Northcutt and Dave Orders and Greg Farm Fresh Clements. Those guys right there taught me to be who
That's
I
the
am
list,
right
guys.
now.
That's the official list from the horse's mouth.
That's the way it is.
That's a legendary list. Straight
And
up.
that's what led me to where I was, where I'm handing off whatever to our buddy and friends and Mike McDaniel, and hopefully, Dr. John's going to be out there.
I
trying to
think
raise on for the thing. I'm retiring from running the operations of.
And
Yeah.
when is that date again? Because apparently we screwed that up royally at one point in time.
We've
I
already
remember talking
covered
about
this.
that.
I've already talked to Dave about it. It was my fault. I've owned it. It's all good. We don't need to revisit that. But I will say that it's really apropos, I think, that we got you in here tonight because we got the work party coming up, and it's your
Yes,
last
work
one.
party. Yes,
And you are passing the torch off to the new guard.
I'm whatever the new guard is.
Who
I
is
have
that?
no
Is that
idea.
is that Mikey McD?
Well,
It's some
golly.
combination of Mike McDaniel and
Dude,
John Williams.
Let's see who's put the time in out there. Let me think about
I mean,
this.
I think that's
Oh,
Mike,
the
Mike
millionth time,
for sure.
volunteer of the year out here, Mike McDaniel,
True.
that actually does shit out there,
Yep.
I mean, the guy
It
bought
has
a
been
house behind the course.
dude. So
Straight up.
I'm pretty sure you're going to take care of the stuff. Yeah. But, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, he's,
But he's been
I consider him
with
a
me. I
foundation.
mean, as far as
Yeah,
me
yeah.
and him and whatever, man. I mean, him and Danielle and everyone in that organization in my world is taking care of Seven Oaks.
Yep.
In my world. So that's the way it is in my world.
But you, I
I
mean,
mean, that's the way it is in real world, I would think.
Yeah, let's see. I drop all these big ass trees and danger things, and I actually do this shit out there. And I built Cane Ridge, and and I built that Cane Ridge, and I did the crap out there. And now you want to know if I deserve whatever, blah blah blah. Yeah, dude, you got me.
Do you still hurt like I do that somebody cut the bushes in front of hole 12?
Roger Ford, you.
I knew you wouldn't forget. Man, dude, when I first started playing Seven Oaks, okay, hole 12, after obviously hole 11 where everybody congregates.
He knows,
together,
though, bro.
And we do like that's what made the hole a little bit tough because you had to get over the bushes and still kind of like lace the shot in. And then one day, dude, I was like, hold on a second.
No.
Something's not right about this shot. Where the fuck are the bushes at?
Where do they go?
So that's how long I've been playing. I remember the bushes on hole 12 that used to make that shot
Do you
just a
remember
little more difficult.
the big tree on hole 1 at Oaks on the right?
No,
side?
Eileen used to be there. It was hole, 12 that went down when Eileen was there. And so you come up 11, and hole 12 had the bushes. And it went down like this. And then there's a thing down there, hole 12 into the rock. But hole 12 comes down. Hole 12, yes, sorry. Okay, hey, yeah. There's a microphone.
you're
button
allowed,
in there.
you're allowed to
Microphone,
drift
too.
around so you can talk with your hands. You need to paint a picture.
Just move the mic
Hi,
with
my
you.
name's Billy, and I'm Bob.
I can take care of all that. It's fine.
What the hell, America?
I'm watching you, bro.
Is
I'm
there-
watching you work.
My name's Billy.
Is there anything that
How'd you know my name was Billy?
My name
Like-
is Billy.
want to add to Seven Oaks or anything that you didn't get done or like on your bucket list of things to, or is it you're just like, hey, it's good?
What's that last?
Make hole 6 longer.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
I would trade all of that for the greenway not to have been put in right through Two Rivers down there.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed that
Well,
course,
I mean,
but that's
there's-
okay. We love you,
Yeah,
Metro
right.
Parks. Trust me.
We
So
do.
thank you for the 3 tandem loads of gravel down there, and the 10 railroad ties hopefully show up this week, and everything's cool. Zachary Evans, by the way, providing a wonderful bobcat this year for the work party.
Shout out to Zach.
Zach is the man.
William Rick
Yeah,
is
golf
going to go
snaps for
pick that
Zach.
up on Friday morning.
I heard
and
we're
be
going to
down
make
there.
another intercourse at Seven Oaks after hole 6.
Oh my God. I have no idea. Man, there could be
Somewhere
some
between
UFOs.
holes.
Hey, is it time for the tip of the week?
Well, there's
we still do
UFOs landing at Seven Oaks.
I guess we should do that.
I don't
Hey,
know.
Griff, all right, so here's my thing.
Just
All right,
the
this
tip
is my
with
thing.
Marcus
Just the
Rogers.
tip.
Just the tip
If
with Marcus
pineapples were
Rogers.
amazing, then we would just keep going there. But one thing I would like to ask you, if you had like a tip for disc golfers, it doesn't have to be form related. If it doesn't have to be like, it could be, hey, your tip could be go to the motherfucking work party.
Hey,
Or,
let him give
hey,
his
if
own
you're-
tips
if
around
you're out
here,
there
bro.
playing 3-4 rounds
put a
of
tip in his
golf
mouth.
a week at one course, maybe take one of those days and give back for a little bit of the equation of what you're taking away from disc
Whoa,
golf.
we're
Maybe
getting
you
him-
give it back. Maybe you give
Let-
back to
let-
the
Wait, wait,
let
wait,
this
let's-
man
let's-
give
let's-
his
He's
own
already,
tip.
What's your
okay?
tip?
Before.
I hijacked the tip.
You hijacked the man's
tip.
tip here.
cannot
You throw
hijack
the
a tip.
ace, you
No.
get a
I
real low
just
You
grabbed
score
the
shouldn't
tip.
anyway.
because you
I
work
grabbed
on
just
the
the
course.
tip
Wait,
and I just like
wait. Huh? What is that?
Because you work on the course, you get
Yeah.
an ace or you get a real low score, whatever it is
Yeah.
during a tournament.
Okay, so
or
he
whatever.
agrees with you.
Totally, and it's happened over and over and over and over. So,
Yeah.
Here-
but when you work on the course and give a shit about a course, then that's your place.
I want to say
You go and work on it, man. It's not because you're, whatever. It's because you love that place. I don't give a crap
Yeah.
if it's Cane Ridge or Cedar Hill or all those boys out there and everywhere, Cedars, Lebanon, all the places that are taking care of their own
absolutely.
and making it their place.
one of the
And
things.
taking pride
Well,
in
here-
it being their place. They're volunteering their time, their energy, their family's money, their everything.
Well, that's what the one thing I was going to say is
to be that course, to be as good as they are.
Yes.
it's not only the love, because you have to have the love for that course, but it's the respect. And I'm asking people to do a little bit more, and it's not even that much.
If you can't be there, we accept
Respect-
donations too.
Respect, no matter where you go. Respect the course that you're on.
True.
So here's the deal:
Cigarette butts.
cigarette butts, your water bottles. If there's trash cans, put it in the trash can. If there's not, put it in your bag or put it in, like, look. And here's the deal: and if you're out there and you're walking down the fairway and there's a shredded up water bottle or piece of plastic or whatever it may be from somebody mowing the grass out there, don't just walk by it. Pick
Right.
it up, put it in your bag. I guarantee you, within a few holes, there'll be a trash can. And if not, it's not going to kill you to empty your
It
bag
would
out when
not
you get
be a
home.
few holes
I
at
do it
7
every
Oaks.
round, and like he's saying, that's the small karma you earn.
Well, think about
Whoever's doing the
But just
garbage
disrespect
cans
the
at
course
7
you're at,
Oaks, thank you.
wherever you're
Just
at.
by the way, whoever you are,
Yeah.
whoever
So
you may be.
well, it's a group of 5 people that do everything. So, but it's the same thing. It's like another good way that you could give back, rather than like taking one of the days that you can play disc golf and dedicating it to volunteer work. Like, if you're gonna go play around, get a big trash bag.
Sure.
Carry it with you through your round. Pick up trash.
That would
Think
be
of it as stamina
insane,
training.
man. That's insane and
What's going
crazy.
to happen
And
is,
then-
like, when you get that
it's not
trash
saying
bag,
crazy.
the people on your car are going to feel like,
Right,
oh,
and
man.
All you got to
got
do
the trash bag.
is leave
Okay,
it by
I'll
the
carry this
road
trash bag
or
for a
near a
couple
parking
hours.
lot, and Metro will pick it up.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a
back-
Zuka.
hole
at
7,
Pocket
hole
Dedicated
6,
And I saw you
I've
carrying
seen
it for
I
so
pick
many
up
holes.
trash
I would
every-
carry it
every
just because
time
I'd be
I
like,
play.
okay, I can't make Will carry the bag the whole time. I got to carry the bag sometimes,
Well, you can
too.
trade it off. I mean, like,
Yeah.
if you're playing meeting friends, dude, get a contractor trash bag, like a 40-gallon trash bag. You can get a pack of like 16 of them at Dollar General for
For
like
$1.
$8 or something.
Just, I don't care what you bring.
I got one
Kroger
just-
bag.
Yeah.
Just pick up trash.
PSA,
If it's in
B.
front of you.
Gill that walks on the courses and clears the whole freaking course with bags of stuff.
Yes.
And B. Gill just hauls that shit out there with whoever he's playing with. And
Well, and here's what ends
he's
up
an
becoming-
old school 7 Oaks, whatever course, 2 Rivers. Oh, back in the day before me, B. Gill.
Big
you
Gill.
know. Yeah,
had-
but B. Gill, yeah.
I got a funny
But
story.
he's
Big
Big
Gill
Gill, yeah.
definitely had
the
a,
bionic man.
I think it was a propane tank on the back of his cart one day where it was like super cold outside and we're like on hole 6. We're all freezing our asses off. And he like lights this up. I'm like, oh, it's the best idea in the world, man. Big Gill
One of
has
those
like some
camping
crazy
ones?
great ideas.
A camping propane tank?
I'm not a camper, so I don't know.
Oh,
but
it's like a small green one.
all right, yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh, yeah.
It's a
I have
camping
no clue. But
small.
seriously, it was so amazing because at that point I was so cold. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know about you guys. When it gets cold, my discs don't come out of my hand correctly because I can't open my hands. I can't, like, literally my hands when I.
I don't think
And
about opening
by
my
the way,
hands, Marcus. I just think about throwing that plastic.
Man,
when
it
it's
ain't
cold,
even
I
the
can't think
plastic.
about nothing but my hands that are
And
not
it hurts
opening
me
up.
in the cold when it comes out.
Plastic turns
It does
into
rip
a
out.
brick. So now you're throwing this brick
Becomes
at
more
30
stable.
whatever degrees. Oh yeah, it starts declining and coming back per degree
Yeah.
as you get to the scale of nothingness.
And if you
gotta-
throw old plastic, you're gonna want to put that in the house and leave it in the house
Oh my
for
God.
for the winter season. Yeah. Do not throw it because if you hit a tree, you're not gonna have that disc anymore.
there, much better.
But you can donate it to Freddie's Memorial.
Or whatever course that you did it at. I did it at Cedar Hill.
I want to point this out because where we were just talking about. Let's see, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to hold off and let you guys talk.
I don't know. We were just talking and.
See what that shit does to you?
No,
What stuff? Disc golf? Gosh dang
No,
it.
what is that old whatever? I can't say the.
So
last
hold
name.
up.
Some
This
kinda old
is we
stuff.
have been sipping this evening on some Old Forester, courtesy of David Tang, who is a disc golfer and a solid man.
So what I was going to say was,
You got it back.
David
I got it
Taylor
back.
is a solid man.
All right,
when it
Will
what
comes
wants to
to
sets
talk.
Nashville
Oh,
apart
God.
in terms of clubs or disc golf communities or areas and regions? Oh, you all right?
Dude.
You all right there?
We're good.
Oh man, it's horrible.
Action.
No.
Freak out!
What sets
Le freak, le chic.
Man, I almost hurt my hand on this shit. I'm suing y'all.
Freeze frame.
Action.
Okay,
No.
here we go. So what sets Nashville apart, what makes us
My
unique?
feelings are hurt.
Like nerve wise or just like in
I
general?
hurt my last feeling.
Like literally.
Yeah. So
Nashville.
no, it's
Didn't mean
fine.
to spaz out with y'all.
It's all good. That's
Well,
what we're here for.
sit in Nashville
That's
for
the
a
whole
place.
point of it.
All right, where are we?
Damn you!
We're here to
I
spaz.
see some blue tape. It means don't touch.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, one of the reasons that like somebody making a post on a Facebook page saying that we're divided, one of the reasons
We're
that that's so
divided.
laughable is because we have a very unique system in
they're
the greater
from-
Nashville area that not many areas of the country like choose to implement, where we have a club, but we have for each course there's a steward or a course captain, and then there's a
Captains are
dedicated
good.
group of
Yes.
locals at that
the road.
course that
Thank you,
shows
Billy
up
Fowler.
every
Billy
week. Thank you, Billy
Fowler.
Fowler, Lance Kirby, Zach Evans,
Everybody.
Robert Zavala.
Robert Zavala, like
Robert Zavala.
K-Man. I mean,
K-Man.
Michael
yeah.
McDaniel, Dave
So,
Griffin. There's
but
tons
you
of
have
guys
you have
starting
one
early.
Four
figurehead
people.
that leads the way, and then you have a dedicated group of locals that plays the course frequently, and that's their home course, and so they feel invested in it, and they see this course captain leading by example. They come alongside them and make sure that the course is upkept and maintained and all that stuff, and then the club basically communicates with the course captain, and the course captain says, well, we have these needs and we have these projects that we need to complete, and then the club comes in and says, well, here's the money, here's the manpower, let's plan a work day, let's get it done. And that's how our system works, and it's better than anywhere in the country. It works great this way.
Ooh, I
but
didn't
at
know
the
that
same
point.
time,
Holy crap.
I have to tell you that it usually is the case that the same 5 to 10 people are doing all the work at any given course.
Sure.
And there's a shelf life for volunteers that do not have
Please
the support they
volunteer.
need. So that's why you see things like, for everybody that's ever sent an email to the club or messaged the club and asked about, or posted on Facebook and asked about why something is this way at Naval Hill or something is this way at another course. And it's like, well, there's nobody...
Yeah.
We don't have boots on the
no.
ground. Like the last person got burned out because they were the only
I
person
don't
doing
believe
anything.
that.
Yeah.
Yep, don't
Should we
believe
should
that.
shed a little bit of light on why we're kind of conversating on this a little bit more than normal.
No.
And it's simply because, if you guys don't know, the club has grown astronomically, and the community outside of the club has grown astronomically. Yesterday, literally, I don't know the exact number, you might know, but we signed up 10 plus brand new members, and this is event 7, 8? It's a makeup event. So we kind of talk about this more and more and more, and it's simply so that some of these newcomers who maybe be out there and who might be listening to the show kind of know, like, hey, you're new, enjoy the sport, enjoy what's there for you to play and what's like, but if you got some free time, hey, come out and help us out, because you can give back. And no
One
matter
of our
what,
favorite
like,
things is, if you have a
it's
complaint,
rewarding.
have you volunteered yet?
Sure.
You know, people are like,
Before
let's-
you complain.
let's look at this.
That's kind of why we keep talking about it, more so than, not to
And a lot of the
complain
work
so much, but
party
just to kinda
crews
inform
will-
people, hey, like all these new guys, like, and straight up, well, what's the number?
Makes
I know
you
you know,
wonder.
but like, we've broken. We don't keep necessarily records, but
we
we
keep
have
records.
literally, as far as what we have written down paper wise for as long as we've been doing that as a club, we've exceeded every number possible this year.
That might needs to come up.
Sorry.
Who is
We've
he?
exceeded every number possible this year with membership, with MCO, with everything this year. And like, look at what's going on this year, the craziness of COVID.
Yeah.
So if
Why do
if you're
people
not,
want to come play these places?
well, here's the
anyway?
deal. Like, if you've not been following trends, the one thing that's maintained and stayed true throughout this entire process of COVID is you've been allowed to go outside and do outdoor activity. So coming from a world of motorcycles where I ride, that world and any outdoor leisure activity has been sold and blown through the roof, but disc golf has gone. I mean, our growth was booming, and now we've just taken it to the next level as far as growth wise. So if you haven't been paying attention, or if you're new and don't realize that, some
That
of these
kinda
things
leads
need to be reset
into,
again. Some of these things need to be reiterated to the new guys who are just finding the sport.
Disc golf is going to be on CBS Sports Network
This week.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Friday,
You got that.
Saturday.
6 p.m.
6
Central,
p.m.
CBS
Central.
Sports Network.
Damn it, disc golf.
Blah, blah, blah,
awesome.
blah. Dr. Hoy, take it away. Do you want to
Dr. Hoy, thank you.
Sorry.
Yes, a lot of the crews out here that work the courses, they're like, people come in like, man, we should change this, we should do that. Go work with the crews, see what's going on. Get introduced to
You're still
everybody,
years away,
and then
trust me.
after you put in some time, then you can start making some of these suggestions, because I guarantee you a lot of other people have suggested that, but kind of learn about the course. So,
And let me tell you this, man.
just put in some
you
time
show
and
up
then
and you get in.
they will accept you.
Yeah, you get plugged in with these guys, you're going to form lifelong friendships.
Yeah. And if you want to help, like, grow the sport, not necessarily, like, just tell people about it. Go out there and simply spread the word. Word of mouth. I mean, like, you're about to see. I
Please
can't
don't tell
imagine,
anybody.
and like,
Keep
mark
it
my
secret.
words.
Keep it safe.
Please
To us in the
stop.
disc golf world, it's kind of crazy because
Please
this tournament happened months ago, and most of us know who won. Most of us know what happened.
Oh my God.
Nobody's seen real footage of it yet because
Yeah.
it's been so on wraps. But most of us know. So in the disc golf world, it's not that big of a deal. But in the outside perspective and the long term of the sport, what's about to happen next week is going to be history making for this sport.
Yeah.
You mean this week?
I mean, yeah, this next
Yeah.
week. Sorry, Monday. Yeah, this
You know.
this week, as of Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturday. And this is 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Like, this is prime time at home, and most Central to Eastern states are still kind of locked down and still very minimum things to do. People are gonna be at home watching TV. And we've all
Why?
seen the array of sports that's been going on TV recently.
Oh my
With
God,
CBS
I
Sports,
love cardboard.
as a disc golfer who loves the sport, flip the channel on CBS Sports, and if you got to go somewhere for the evening, you got a date or something going on, just leave it on that channel.
Just leave it on that channel. Yeah.
But there's
Yep.
going to be so many people who stop, and like, here's the deal: disc golf is so different to people who don't know. It's going to pique that curiosity. So those rating, I feel like we're going to do really well rating wise, and that's going to blow the sport to a next level. I mean,
Yeah, I
not
was
trying
looking
to
on.
call
I
it
was,
history, but mark my words, I feel like this.
I was
is gonna
looking
be
on
a
the
turning
TV
point.
guide, and there's a couple other times like when it's replaying. So even
Really?
if people, there's already slots where it's listed as being replayed. So.
Sure. Right. People don't realize, like, the community who plays PDGA events, sure, there's 100,000, 120, 30, whatever it may be at right now. You know how many people I know? You know how many people you know, and Dave knows, and Zach and Will knows that are not PDGA members but play disc golf and probably can beat a lot of PDGA players? That's how big the sport is. The PDGA is not necessarily – it's a great representation of a lot of the competitive numbers, but it's not a great representation of who people play the sport. And I think people who play the sport are going to really enjoy just watching this coverage, and it's going to really shine through. I think we're going to have a lot more of an idea of who's really watching the sport nowadays, because I think we're going to have those people who don't play
COVID-19
PDGA
disc. I have
but necessarily love
special
disc golf.
plastic. I have special plastic that kills COVID-19. You can use.
I have that plastic as well.
I was just
About
doing some
500
research on
bucks a
coronavirus
disc.
and being
Serious.
outside,
Come on.
and
It-
there is new research that I was just looking up yesterday about sunlight. Everybody's been talking about UV rays and humidity, and they did a study where they put coronavirus, COVID-19 specifically, on stainless steel coupons, is how they called it. But they had this little
Coupons.
setup, and they shine light in that was similar to 40 degrees latitude, and the humidity that'd be 40 degrees latitude, and UVB.
Why
which
40 degrees latitude?
They were basically using like a, not like the most light, but kind of like a in between.
Why do
Like-
you? Okay, all right, go ahead.
And they found out that it was much less survivable on stainless steel that had been outside exposed to UVB rays, sunlight, and humidity. But even more than that, if the particle, they basically made saliva, like what saliva is, and if it was like
Water and salt?
saliva and proteins, if they put saliva on there, on the stainless steel, it was even much less. The sunlight killed it even more. So if you're
Excellent.
thinking about applying this to disc golf, say you like
Lick
you
every
know, coughed
disc you
on
can.
a chain, because that's how it's spread, respiratory droplets. Then, but I mean, some holes, like if it was in darkness, there wasn't a decrease. So the sunlight does matter. So some baskets don't get as much light. But basically, we're getting some good data on. I mean, this was conditions in the lab, so it's not the actual course, but it likely is much less transmissible.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's great
Welcome
news.
to
Science.
the new
Everything that I've read
America.
has
Science.
said
Bill
that
Nye,
the
the
transmission
science.
rate in an outdoor sunlit environment is very minimal. So, but we've
Thank
had
you,
we've
disc
had a few
golf, for
people in our
enjoying.
club, in our community, that have come down with the Rona,
Ooh.
and they didn't get it from disc golf, and it hasn't spread to any other disc golfers. So, we've been doing the right things. I feel confident in our procedure, but
And take personal responsibility. Thank you.
yeah, and be
and
courteous.
a big-
Be courteous and respectful to other people. It's not about you. Think about the way other people might feel. Maybe they have high risk people at home that they're trying to protect,
Yes,
but they still
thank
want to
you.
have a life.
I want to say too, not only us, for us doing the standards and putting those into practice, but thank you to the guys who are and girls who are a member of the club who
Everybody
have come
has been
out
super cool.
and been okay with it and not caused a fuss and have that's a big shout out to you guys because trust us, there's so many of you guys nowadays that if y'all even 10% of you came to us with an issue about checking in with the mask or trying to stay distance or with tee times or getting your tags back.
We,
at the
we hand
next event.
sanitize before we
Yeah,
started. Trust me.
like our jobs would be miserable this year, but you guys didn't do that. You guys have literally
We've
shown
had
up.
masks
Yeah.
and gloves and no contact thermometers and hand
So,
sanitizer
we appreciate
available.
it.
We've asked that everybody sanitize their hands before they handle merchandise and then sanitize again after they handle the
Just
merchandise.
saying.
And if you're at Tournament Central and you're going to be in close proximity to
Hand
people,
wipes.
put a mask on.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
Yeah.
and it's worked. And
It's
everybody
really
has
great.
been super
The
cool.
only thing we've sacrificed this year is the side game, and guys, you understand why? Because
It's okay.
you
Here
can't
comes
ask people to-
football. Yeah.
You can't ask people to stay
Doubtful.
all around.
Dude, it's already happening.
Football's
High school-
happening, man.
High school football last
Football-
weekend.
high
man.
school
Some
started
killer
last
ass
week,
games.
and
That's not going to last
Killer
very long.
games.
That's my prediction.
SEC
Okay,
will
well,
start.
I bet you Roll Tide.
I bet you Woo Pig.
Okay. What is that? What y'all
We
cup
got
says?
Georgia as the opener
Got a Woo Pig
on
right
Saturday
here,
of the
right?
Music City Open.
Jay Skinner.
I'm not gonna show up, Will. Just not gonna be there.
I'm sorry for you, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Me too, bro. Me too.
Dave,
It's
I'm
been a
just
lot of years.
saying,
I
Jay.
gotta-
Anyway,
I got to ask you, like, how, where is your heart at? Because I know, like, because I've been committed to
in
this
his
club.
chest.
Well, no, hold on. Like, I've been committed to this club, and I've
talking about
given my entire life to this club for the last 5 years.
MCDGA.
You have given your entire life to Seven Oaks for 20 plus
Seven Oaks.
years. And that is a huge commitment that nobody
'Cause
can
I'm
really
selfish.
well,
yes.
nobody can appreciate the scope and the full level of your contribution to disc golf in Nashville. I mean,
have
there
no
are
idea.
the close circle, like the core group that knows exactly what you've done, but to be stepping away, I know has to be bittersweet because that's been your life for the last 20 years, and
Still is. I'll just be watching from afar.
yeah, but you
Thank
get to have fun now, you know.
Well, that's the way they call it. Yes.
Yeah, but
All
I mean,
people.
where are you at though? Tell me your thoughts. Like, I mean, what?
I think that honestly, I think that like the people that showed me Ben Northcutt, Kim Folger, Dave Borders, Greg Farmfresh, Clement, all the people that showed me what to do. Flying Disc Drive showed me blah blah blah, and then you go on from there where you have the next group. We had the syndicate. The syndicate was me and 3 other people, which ran. That's when Cedar Hill was built. So it's kind of Di Matteo, me, and 2 other guys, and we had the syndicate going, whatever. We don't like that word. Whatever.
It's a great word.
Whatever.
It's powerful.
But that's why.
If you're in the syndicate, you
we were
can't
trying.
talk
We
about
were
the
trying to
syndicate,
buy
right?
a basket. Me and Steve Hardy.
I've heard about the syndicate many times. I still only know like 2
Me,
names.
Steve
for sure.
Hardy, David Cook, and Glenn DiMatteo. So the 4 of us were the syndicate. And our goal was to get enough baskets to have for the worlds, blah, 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 at Seven Oaks, because they were just like rusty silver pieces of shit, whatever. So all of a sudden, all the baskets, when we had enough money to buy the first basket, me and Steve Hardy and David Cook and Glenn DiMatteo, our pooled resources, had a basket. But all of a sudden, bam, all the baskets at Seven Oaks were gone. And the city had galvanized the whole baskets. And so the chains are just like this. So we had to go. out
Ken
there.
Folger talked about that on the podcast.
Dude, we had to, yeah. We
Then he
had to break 'em
re-galvanized
link
and they
by
had to
link.
hammer him out.
Or take them with pliers and
Yeah,
link
yeah.
by link and break them apart, to make them playable. Yeah, so you want to talk silver baskets to me, I'm just going to laugh in your face. Dude, we took so many hours breaking those every link apart. Trust me. And then silver paint over all that shit, so come talk at me.
It was really funny to hear Ken talk about it because he was like, I think in our episode with him, he really pointed to two major bonehead maneuvers that he remembered being responsible for.
Not taking the chains off.
the Cedar Hill T-pad where he was like, yeah, we could do this.
He
with
was on the
plywood.
four-wheeler.
Yeah, and then the galvanizing,
I
the
lived it.
re-galvanizing of the chains at Seven Oaks.
So, see, I was there for all that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now you're like, you deserve so much of a break. And dude, there's a debt of gratitude that is
Thank you.
owed you from the Nashville disc golf community that will never be repaid.
I feel you, but I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't. You,
Now my question is, are you
the
going to keep
people-
running?
The people that do it and stay doing
No
it
shit,
and
man.
keep
Thank
doing
you,
it.
Tally, and just I could name a million names this year. This year, I've seen so many people step up and make Seven Oaks the most badass place in the world at this time. I mean, when Metro doesn't cut the grass enough, it was done privately, and just,
Yep.
So people didn't have to go through thigh-high grass or whatever, So I was impressed this year with the amount of work I saw done and what got done, the quality.
Who's going to come out to the work party this year, be their first work
Won't
party,
matter.
and then still be there in 20 years?
I have no idea, man.
Could be
Their
anybody.
name will be wherever
Could be
I'm
you.
at.
Could be anybody. Could be you.
Absolutely. I mean, if you come to the course and you love that course and you're not very far from that course, get with who's at that course and y'all make it a wonderful place.
So
Whichever course you're near, by the way.
if you're new, right quick.
Even if you
And you're
are
what?
not very near. We'll
Do not
take
cut the guests off.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I was trying to stop.
me.
I was
I will
being.
fuck you up.
I will. What? Come over here.
You're not allowed
Anyway.
to say that.
Yeah, you can
I
say
am
whatever he
now.
wants. Stop.
I'm
Ah.
allowed now.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, fuck you.
But if you're
That
new,
ain't-
everybody
you
in
can say
this
the
room.
fuck word.
I
you're-
might put some bleeps in there just for hilarity.
There you go. If you're new, or even not new, and you've
I've
been
never
around,
said fuck you in my life.
no, never,
I
Ever. Or
highly
fuck
doubt
off.
that.
never heard that before.
I've seen it on TV.
Or if you don't know,
Hey, but how about this, Dave? I fucking love you, man.
hey, he loves you.
Says the volunteer of the year. He loves me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Everybody in this room,
I would
if
have
you guys
happily
don't know,
given that award to somebody else, but it is the great honor of my life.
sure.
You don't know how much I appreciate you.
But if you're in this
Dave,
room,
you're one of my best friends, and I regret that
I'll try again later.
I don't. Yeah, give me a minute.
I got you.
I'm having a
regretting
special
some
moment.
shit.
With
Have
my
your
friend.
moment.
I'm having a special
Uh,
moment with my friend Dave.
Hey,
So,
These
dude,
Dave,
like,
shit,
have your
I'm
moment
special.
with our friend Will.
Seven Oaks is a home course to me, and I've never wanted to make it my own
Awkward.
or own it or anything like that. I've never wanted any kind of like. I've just wanted it like it's home to me, and you are the driving force behind that.
He's
Like,
daddy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's
am.
daddy.
I've been driving
go.
this
Yeah.
place crazy.
and
like it.
And I've just man,
Coconut water. I
I've
like
got the utmost respect for you, and I hope at some point that
it. I'm good.
I don't
I'm a
know,
big fan
man.
of coconut water.
It's been like 5 years, and I'm already ready to give up. And
So-
you've been at it for 20, and I'm like, God, this man is a
Hit-
god.
Hence, hence why I was saying that.
That's
God.
it. I'll stop talking mushy.
You're good.
Shit.
No, that's
It's
why I
all
was
good.
saying that. Like,
Sorry.
if you're new, or if you
Thank you
aren't
for
even new,
your
and
time.
you just don't
Fucking
know.
love you, Dave.
Everybody
too,
in this
Will.
room, Will, Marcus,
Marcus, I love
Hoy,
Marcus.
myself,
Love Dr.
Dave,
Hoy. Love Jay
some
Skinner.
more than others. Everybody in this room
Maybe not Jay.
puts an effort to give to disc golf as
Just kidding.
itself and a sport, but and the community of disc golf, especially here in the community of Nashville. But you can say it extends outward, and I personally believe that because we put a lot of effort into some of our bigger events that extend outward of this local community. Now, that being said, everybody in this room, for those who don't know and those who are new to the sport, that's who drive the sport along with, I mean, obviously the people who are new coming to the sport and the younger generation. But those people, speaking of us, and I'm not trying to toot any horns because all of us, I know I wouldn't be sitting in this room with any of you guys if it wasn't the fact. All of us do it selfishly. It's not because we want our ego stroked. It's not because we want anything of that nature.
We want to
do
hang
it
out with our
because
friends and have a conversation.
love
I
the
want to be able
community,
to drive
we
my
love this sport.
wheelchair anywhere on Seven Oaks
Exactly.
before I leave.
So please know that, and if you feel
I
that
get
way
one of
about the
those four-wheel
community and the
drive wheelchair
sport,
things. I want, and I'm
it doesn't
saying it's
take
selfish
much to help us
thing.
out,
I'm
or
gonna
it
have
doesn't
that
take
shit
much to volunteer.
dialed in, bro.
but
I'm just saying, in terms of the podcast, like we're doing this like it doesn't
Selflessly.
matter if it's if
Popular or
it's
not.
published or popular or whatever. It's like these are archived conversations of where a group of friends have gotten together and had just a really awesome conversation.
Sure.
And we carved a little portion of our life out to sit down together and have this conversation. And if 2 cameras and 17 lights and not enough microphones is what it takes to make that happen, dude, I will keep doing this till the day I
and
die.
4
'cause-
squares who interview other guys who are boss.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I almost made a bunch of putts a while ago.
Almost. I used to could. Give me a second. I could used to could again.
They were very close.
Yeah, I'm with Will.
I made
It's
the
uphill,
only one.
man.
I made the
Boy
only
was
one.
practicing
though.
his flicks.
I made the only one, bro.
Very true.
Anyway,
They were way up the
Yeah,
hill.
just like Will said, we appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody who is putting a lot of work into the disc golf community, including the new people that hopefully will be there 20 years from now. And if you're not, then good luck with
Just
your
by
round.
the
I think
way-
anybody who gets into disc golf, that seed is planted, and no matter if you fall away from it or if you play it dedicated for the next 30 years of your life, it's always planted. And the one thing I've seen true is the people who do fall away from it for a little while seem to always come back.
David Tank.
David Tang, a lot of people. It's crazy, but I love you, David.
Tang-a-lang.
He was a big part of this weekend, making things happen and
A
being
small
a
part of him
I want me.
is on the table.
I watched
So-
yeah,
David
sponsored by.
Tank put every drive right down the middle.
Thank goodness
The
for
other
him, because
teammates
I
on
was
this
not
card,
playing well.
They were
I
a little bit
remember
left,
my
and a little bit
first
right,
round
and
every
every
I
time-
did a couple
yeah.
good holes.
Do you remember your first round playing with David Tang?
I don't remember my first beer.
He played through on me on my group.
No
And I
way.
was like giving him tips. Man, pull it like a lawnmower.
Oh, dude, he pulled it like a lawnmower all
He
day
learned
Saturday.
better stuff than
Yeah.
that, though.
I think my first
He's
round
pretty
with David
badass.
Tank was at Crockett Park. We played a little tournament there at Ice Bowl.
Ice Bowl at Crockett. Wow, that's been a while.
I know, right?
The Harless
and I think he
brothers,
won.
man. I played against
He
the
did?
I
Harlesses,
think he won
David
that.
and all them. I love playing against those guys, man. Back in the day.
When I first started,
All of
Marcus, your name, David Tang's name,
Mm-hmm.
those were the names that I saw off at the top and was like, all right. My first tournament, I won the rec division straight up. And it was like a small tournament, but it was like,
Yeah.
I didn't win this tournament. I won my division. Those guys up there, and it was David Tang and Marcus.
Yeah,
and Logan.
I was your fan for at least as many years as I've been your friend.
No.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You don't even know.
For sure.
I've got a
When you first
fan.
get in the disc golf, bro.
When?
How long have we been friends now? Like 4 years?
Like 4.5, yeah.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 years.
He was your friend for 6, or your fan for 6.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, Marcus Rogers.
Hey, he. Oh wow.
This is a real nice studio. Thanks, guys.
Sapphire
Dude,
Lounge.
Thanks to Marcus,
this guy right
dude.
here.
Awesome.
Speaking of, we talk about this.
We
and
got
talk
to
about
have
not-
you on a really poorly produced episode, and
I
now
love
we have a
poorly
legit
produced.
studio. It only
It's like old school golf.
And we talk about love, doing this for love, and we're still like, we need to be.
I'll
We
be
need to
back,
get
get
more
off
stuff
my
because we don't have
lawn.
enough mics. We don't have enough inputs.
Get a job, hippie.
Actually,
Yeah.
guys, we have enough mics. We do have 2 extra mics, and I have another stand, but we don't have enough inputs on the.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
take care of that.
So-
though.
Going
So let's
for
not talk about the
inputs.
mics anymore.
I
Because
didn't know we didn't have
do-
mics. I didn't know
We've
we did.
got
I
2
didn't
other
know.
mics. I got one mic. Look,
We're
look to your
just
right.
gonna buy.
Look up
We're
to your
gonna
right.
we're gonna
No.
If
chip
you could
in.
come out for the
I
work
didn't know about
party
sure.
this
I
I
weekend.
think Marcus just hit you with
I
the
doubt
know
if
what you know
he'll have it
before you
edited
show what
by
you
then.
know.
Everybody buy their own Shure mic, like the Rogan cast. It's only
Know what you
How about
know
this?
before you
How about
show what
this?
you
So
know.
edit this
We
out.
only need 6 mics. He's
But
got
we're gonna
6
get
mics.
8.
We just buy a new interface that has 8 channels.
You gotta
And then
have
we're set.
girls, dude.
Now-
And then we
There's
can
no
sell
girls
this one.
here.
I don't care.
Here's the deal. We need a young
I'm just
Jamie.
saying, where's the girls?
We need a young
Dude,
Jamie.
You order the pizza, I'll call the midgets.
If you are a young Jamie and you want to
It's
sit
not
off
about
to the
pizza
side
and
and
midgets.
barely be
Where's
talked to,
the
but a little bit be
best
talked to,
golfers in America.
and want to do our,
Right
our
here.
producing, come holler
In
at
this
us.
room.
You are welcome to come.
Yeah, we need you. We need
We're
you.
going to throw some aces right here in the Sapphire Lounge.
There's no
That's
reason
real
not
talk.
to
I
come
need to get
to
a
the
mini basket.
studio.
And I need some
Dynamic
snacks.
discs. We need a
They're
mini
probably
basket.
gonna
show
be-
the female perspective. So come be on the show. It's a friendly show
I
for
think
females.
We've had some females on
We've
the show
had-
before.
Lots
Have
of
you?
ladies.
We should have
Yeah, who
like
was
Tara.
that?
I've been wanting to have Tara Cravens on.
We need to have Tara. We probably should have Danielle. We need to have some Kelly Tucker when she's in town.
We had Shantae.
Oh, you're
We
right. I'll
had
get
Jenny
Kelly Tucker right
Sanfilippo from
Yeah,
Ladies
K-Tuck,
First.
bro.
We
She's
had.
Who
boss.
is we?
We've had Shane.
She's my disc golf
We've had
wife.
Shantae on the podcast.
Yeah, we've had Shantae.
We've had Sarah. We've had.
We didn't have Hoyle.
Yep.
We got
no,
a whole
not
new
Hoyle.
pod.
We had
I mean,
Sarah Sinclair.
We need to have
Yeah.
Hoyle.
Well, I didn't know
And Jeff.
that
We should have Jeff
Last
and
Cash had been that far.
Well, no, the MCDG
Yeah.
podcast.
What?
We're
So
gonna
you
But
do
can
our
edit
best
this out.
and
Yeah,
maybe
we
get
can
on some
edit this
Patreon
out.
stuff. Maybe start giving some value and giving some giveaways or something. Maybe get some Patreon. Who knows?
Yeah.
Ever
I think we
wondering.
should try that though. Why not?
You can always edit me out.
Hey, we ain't trying to edit nobody out. This is a free for all.
I just flipped the camera off. I'm gonna
COD.
have to edit that out.
Marcus, how late you
No
staying up tonight?
allowing.
Gonna play some Rocket League? You can in a little bit.
Sure. I'll play with you.
What time is it?
I'll hook you
Let's
up.
do it, bro.
What's your screen name?
Stay time.
Huh?
What's your screen name?
I'm not gonna say it on here just in case.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm
It's beep.
gonna put it like this.
Just be safe.
What just happened? Can you guys hear?
I only say that because
No.
my
Yeah,
good-
Jay didn't
We're
want to
not
reveal
on.
his screen
my
name.
original screen name that I've had for years
We're
got
not
hacked
on.
and I can't get into it. And I literally had to start over, and I have so much stuff for so many games.
Did I hit it just
Arkansas
right?
sucks.
I can't even play
Turn it on
GTA,
with my
the newest Grand Theft Auto now because
gotta
I don't
remember
have
that
any of
one.
my stuff. I had garages full of stuff. I know it's just a game, but it was boss.
I didn't even bring my gun.
I brought my 9.
Look in your back seat.
ADK 9 sitting in the car.
So I'm gonna say this,
Anyway,
Dave,
Thanks for coming.
dude. No, man. Thank you for everything that you have done for disc golfers in Nashville for the last 20, 25, 30 years. Like
Thousands of years.
Mr.
Dude.
Humble.
at least 72.
I like you're one of my heroes, and I hope that I one day can leave a legacy behind as strong
True.
as yours. And yes, close your
It's
eyes.
so much
Let us
easier.
rain praise upon you. But
So much
dude,
easier when you've been the volunteer of the year. What does that entail? Sometimes just doing the freaking trash.
Yeah, true. The little
Change
things.
the bags
Do
out.
what you
But I
can.
understand COVID-19.
What is, was
I
that
don't
sign
want to touch that stuff.
on hole 5? Was they pack it up and bring it in, or how's it work? If you bring it, pack
If
it
you
up.
pack it in, you pack it out.
There you go.
yep,
There you go.
that's a great policy.
Yes,
right
but
now.
who gives a shit when you don't give a shit?
I had to call in about 16 people to go walk Cedar Hill and pull trash out of all
Sorry,
the trash
Kay.
cans about
Sorry,
a month
Kay.
ago.
My
Because
wonderful wife.
um,
I'm
Hey.
cussing and stuff.
Mrs. Griffin, thank you
Hey.
so much for letting us borrow your husband tonight. This has been the most fun I've had on this podcast in a long
She's
time.
put in
Not only tonight,
time,
but for many,
place.
many years of service to us and to the Seven Oaks course and to the community of disc golfers.
Fucking
Disc
love
golf
you, Dave.
itself.
I hope. I mean, like, you're a person that's been an example to me and somebody that I hope I can.
Volunteer of the year.
Yeah. Well, no,
Over
man,
there.
like, you've led by example. You've set a
Examples.
standard. You are somebody that I've always looked
Thank
up
you.
to, and now we get to just be friends, and we can maybe go play some golf together.
According to my dogs, I'll tag around wherever, whenever, but it's to free myself to be able to go and play whatever course at
Yeah.
whatever time,
Whatever you want.
and not have to be wherever.
You've earned it.
And the guys that are coming in, as far as I'm concerned, are guys that have earned whatever.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel and whoever,
Mm-hmm.
and there's people that show up and do the stuff.
Right.
You lead by example.
Yep.
And if you're the one that's doing the shit, you're the one. The more times you come to the work party, the more we listen to whatever you're putting into it. So if you're in a book 4 times, 1 time, 100 times, just being in there gives you a voice at Seven Oaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the fact you keep stressing the work party because it's so important. I mean, now on top of that, you get to meet so many awesome people and get to see them outside of the elements because you usually just see all disc golfers just carrying discs and throwing discs. But when you get in that element where you're all working together and you're doing something and you're all working to make the course better, then, I mean, it's a good feeling. And then you get to play golf afterwards and watch all the people who stress themselves out by, working on something and their arms are tired and they're like super, like
there was a guy
tired.
Today,
and they're like, oh, man, I got to play golf now. I'm like, yeah, I get to beat you because I know your arms are tired from using that weed eater and that lopper and picking up all that trash and whatever you did to make the course beautiful. So shout out to
only the people that come to work can actually play in the round.
Yeah.
So you can't just walk up at the last minute. I don't want to play. Nope.
Yep.
Sorry,
bro.
Where's your mulch arm, boy?
You don't got one.
mulch arm.
Yeah, man.
It's a new
I like that one.
The mulch arm.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah,
The
man.
mulch
You've been
arm,
working
boom.
with- Oh,
There's the
hell
mulch
yeah.
arm. There's the weed eater arm. There's the lopper
Chainsaw
arm.
arm.
Yes. there's
Chainsaw
still
arm.
the
Pulse
mulch.
Yeah.
arm.
Pulse
there's
arm.
Yep.
Back before they discovered load handlers,
Right.
trademark.
Bring some
whatever.
gloves.
Oh my God.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah,
I
didn't
still
get
prefer
gloves.
to do everything the
since
hard
I-
way because it builds.
Hey, if you got some
Safety
gloves,
glasses as
bring
well.
your gloves.
You don't want any of those foul
Yeah.
pieces.
You know my
hitting the
favorite
eyeball.
work party? I was helping, I guess, install long 11, and we were mulching back there. And man, that mulch was just going everywhere. And I swear there's a video somewhere of mulch going all over me because I was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. I kid you not, dude. I got mulch all over me that day. It was ridiculous.
awesome.
I hated it, but I love it so much. And that was my
I've been
favorite
blessed
just
in the Seven Oaks mulch.
because we usually have like.
So did you get an ace after that?
Oh yeah, that ace.
Sometimes.
No, I'm just
At some
saying.
point.
Really, did you get
I'm pretty
ace
sure.
after
I
that?
did.
know.
Yeah, you know
Yeah, there
me,
you go.
ace guy.
I keep bringing that up, bro. Bring your ass on out there.
That's right. So, work
All right.
party
Work party.
coming
This
up
weekend, Friday, all day. What are the hours?
It's from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock on Friday and from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Boom.
There will be food and whatever provided,
Beverages.
drinks,
Just
yes,
show up.
Cokes and water
Be there.
and stuff.
I'm gonna
The
probably
same.
be there about 6 o'clock.
That,
On
like I
Saturday.
said, the
Yeah.
Friday
Boom.
boys are the one that rocks.
I'll be there
They're
Friday
the one that come out.
afternoon. Saturday, I got to work.
They're like,
Friday
"Man,
afternoon
just
when I
make
get
piles so the people that show up on Saturday have some shit to do. 'Cause
Yep.
I'm just gonna show up a couple times. Whatever. Thanks for coming. Seriously, thank you. But the Friday boys, they know who they are. They're there all.
I remember one year I was walking around, like I'd been working all day, and I took a break to
Are we
walk to
still
my
on?
to
Yeah,
my
we're
car
still on, bro.
Good.
to get something, and I walked back, and I saw some guys playing, and it was like Gil Olerud and like a couple of his friends. Oh, and Alan Hilton was on that card, so I was filming a live video saying, hey, if you're not at the Seven Oaks work party, where are you? And then I was like, oh, well, these guys are just playing golf. And then I made fun of them for a minute, and then I walked away. And then it was like later that night, Alan Hilton was like trying to threaten to fight me.
Thank you, Alan Hilton. Over a pizza.
And yeah, and me and Alan are cool now. It was a very brief little
Brief
thing, but I was
pizza.
like, dude, I mean, everybody loves Gil, dude. I was just messing with
Gil.
I was just
Dude,
messing
second
with Gil.
tournament, second
Like,
tournament ever. I show up.
He went
I got
in
my-
there all white knight. Like Alan Hilton was all like, "I'm gonna fight you and defend my friend's honor."
Dude, Gil's the boss. First time I ever played with him. Second tournament of my life, rec division. I got a buddy of mine who I used to play paintball with. He's there caddying for me. He won't shut up the entire round. He's just talking, running, thinking casual round. He's just got booze in his backpack. We're playing. I got a bandana wrapped around my head, and Gil the entire time's whipping my ass in Red Wing work boots. The entire round.
Long pants.
We have been friends ever since. So shout out to you, Gil, man. That was love you,
Wearing
brother.
long pants.
Gil's a
Oh
rat,
yeah, of
dude.
course he was.
Shout
Of
out to
course.
Gil. Love Gil.
Boots and
Good
long
dude.
pants.
And he's got a little up and coming little venture. I forget what the name of it off the top of my head, Gil. I'm sorry, but Connor. I met a guy named Connor his first tournament this weekend. He
Is it
is
Stupid
part-
Tree or Tree Love or
It's this faith-based one.
yeah, it's like
What
Stupid
kind of
Tree or
faith?
Tree Love.
Tree Love or some kind of disc golf thing. But shout out to
Scientology?
Gil. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
I think
like
it's
that.
Tree Love Ministries.
Tree Love
I think
Ministries.
it's Tree Love. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Tree Love
shout out to
Ministries.
Gil because apparently that thing's been growing.
Thank you,
and
Margie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been like a
Marcus.
year or
More
that
yeah.
he's been.
He's been at it.
Yeah.
The Connor guy who shot pretty well this weekend. He bought a couple disc golf of us, but he's apparently a part of that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Dave,
Yes.
any
Anything
thoughts you would leave us with?
Leaving.
The afterthoughts.
Yeah, we know you're leaving, but we're
sad. We're
We're
sad.
hoping that
We're
you
sad, but we
we're
are
hoping that you'll
also-
say
we are
something
also
really
very
wise
excited
right
because
before
we-
you
yeah,
walk
we
away.
hope-
wise,
We hope that
wise.
you have a good retirement, but we're sad you're leaving. We'll bake you a
Sad.
cake.
Thank you. I like cake.
Yeah, dude.
No, just seriously, just glad to be here. It's my bros. All of disc golf will always be my bros.
He ain't going anywhere playing wise though. He'll be out there still kicking.
Oh, I
your
know.
ass
I got to
every
take
day.
my dogs out. No, I just want. I've been doing it. You know, there's people that are in place, and
It's
like I
time.
said, this year, you know, it's incredible what I've seen at Seven Oaks in particular, because that's the only place really good to go any golfing. You know, is that the amount of work that people have stepped up and volunteered and just went and done, from Telly to whoever and whoever, you know, Moppy Woe, on and on and on. It just keeps on going. John, Q-Tip. Where's the
Boom.
money, Q-Tip?
Joseph Q-Tip Berry.
Has not turned in course fund.
Uh-oh.
Oh, get that in, bro.
No,
That's
don't
fine.
get that in.
Just hurry it up.
Don't shade.
Just
You gonna
saying.
get that big charge on you? He'll come at you for your
I
kneecap.
ask. I have messaging.
Anyway,
Good luck to wherever you are in life.
Marcus just dipped the hell out. I guess he
He had to go pee-pee, I think.
has no
I had a pee-pee.
he's not worried about the closing statement.
Are we closing?
Close it up. Let's do it.
But anyway, I do
Nipples
want
are
to,
sweaty and
you know, I've
things
said
are
it
going
before.
south.
I'll say it again. David, thank
Should've
you
had
for
a fire
everything you've
pit.
ever done. Yeah, we should
What a
have an
fire pit.
amphitheater.
Where's the fire pit?
Yeah, just if you wherever you
place
start the fire,
sucks.
that's where the fire pit
It
is.
sucks.
Yeah.
But no,
kidding.
thank you for taking
Kidding,
the time to
kidding.
be here with us tonight, dude.
Well, it was a pleasure. Just being here. You know, I could go on forever. But,
Well, it's not the last time you're going to sit in this room and talk shit with us.
okay. But I will be back maybe.
If you ever just feel like coming on, we're here every Monday night. Just let me know.
I'm here every Monday night. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm here always.
Thank you. Try the veal.
Thank you. I'm going to bring my wife in. Hi. What was it like being the chick of a disc golfer?
Well, there's a lot of sitting by myself on the weekends and, you know.
Hey, on
But
behalf
that's for real. For real. For real.
on behalf
Oh,
of
trust me, man. I lost the bet. I already.
Behalf. He's behalfing.
She was.
I'm behalfing.
No, I'm just telling you, man.
Tell me all about it, dude.
Well, let me just tell you before we leave. Then is at the Worlds. You know, I bet her she could not caddy for me for the whole week. Guess what? Oops. I said I'd be whatever her cabana boy, whatever.
Cabana boy.
I know, cabana boy.
Banana hammock and all.
Dude, so
The
I'm,
world
I'm
wants
all
to know.
hurt and stuff from the Worlds. I'm all hurt and stuff. I don't give a
Anyway,
shit.
we
Yeah,
gotta get
no,
out of here,
seriously.
man. This is getting crazy.
Okay, dude. I'm just
I'm
telling you.
I want to hear the story.
Banana hammocks and sunscreen. I don't know what's going on.
Hey,
There's no banana hammock for sure. That's only in your mind. Jerry.
pineapple. Safe word. Pineapple.
Banana
Pineapple.
hammock.
Pineapple.
But anyway, my
Slippery
wife won the
salami.
thing. My wife won the bet, and she would sit in the car, and you know, I'd go down and take all the floats and the whatever and the chairs and get them set up before she get out of the air conditioning car. And then on the way back, she would sit there until I cranked the car and put all the shit up. I'm like, I'm all hurt. No, that didn't work out. It ended up like, okay, she didn't give a shit. But unfortunately, that was 9/11 when that happened. No, that's when the planes
Okay,
fly
well,
in. Oh,
yeah.
you mean to put that in
Here
there?
we
Sorry,
go.
sorry.
9/11.
Whoa,
when that was,
whoa!
man.
We can't do that.
Yep.
We can't go there on this show.
We're in.
Can't do
Okay,
it.
he cut it off right there. Okay,
That's a
cut it
great
off.
stop.
Inside job. Anyway, I didn't say that. Redact that.
I was wearing sunglasses. It wasn't me, Your Honor.
I wear
It's
my
all good.
sunglasses at night.
I love you, Griff. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. And on behalf of Marcus Rogers, Zachary Hoy, Jay Skinner, and David Griffin,
Don't forget to come to work.
never tie for last cash. Peace.
That's true.
Let the bass kick.